Oh, wrong screen. And we should be live right now.
Hey.
It is.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. I wonder if we could continue that for 3 hours. Hey.
Hey. Sorry, guys. There's no stream tonight. It's just that.
Hey.
At least we know Amanda and possibly Johnny would stay.
Maybe
See how many
John. We'll
Fonzies we
see.
could do.
Yes.
Oh, man. Let's kick off some music here.
There's still people hanging around, I think.
Yeah.
So
I am the
should I-
bean.
Woohoo.
Looks like some of the carryover, even some of the chat carryover from the last.
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah,
Woo.
welcome. We will start here in just a minute, literally a minute. Oh,
I hope
maybe
you
not
all are
literally
ready
a
for the
minute.
chaos.
Yeah.
I
we
hope
have.
there's chaos.
I feel like we have very different vibes than Tears of Air, which is good. It switches it up a little.
Tears of Air or Fall of Red Dawn.
No, I'm saying we have
We
different
have
vibes
different
than
Then
them.
them. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Than them. Mm-hmm.
Probably could start with me actually knowing what people say. I swear, I might need hearing aids or something.
Hey, there's no shame in that.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
don't
never been a
actually
question.
just like I heard you just fine. I just misunderstood you. Skylar and Becca have a true skill at speaking in a pitch that I have trouble hearing.
I mean, you know what it is. You're
A
hearing,
pitch?
but you're not listening.
No.
Yeah.
I'm actually like trying to listen, and they hit a pitch that I have trouble hearing.
To be fair, that does
My
happen
voice
with
is
my
so much
microphone
lower
too,
than
because
Becca's.
Jubilee's voice is so high pitched.
In person. In person. They can hear each other. We'll be in one spot. They can hear each other, and I struggle hearing them. But when they hit a different tone, I hear them just fine. It's crazy.
Really?
Oh,
I
yeah.
just don't hear you sometimes. Sometimes
the
I'll just be
selective
like looking at something and I just don't hear anything around me. Like,
Everybody
it's
get-
not even just you.
Everybody in chat
just,
who's confused. Yes, we are a totally different group of people,
Yep.
but all still very fun and
Yep.
Blue Box.
Yep. So all of you
know,
that came over from Hey Hawk, all of you that came over from the previous campaign, I know there's a couple raids there at the end. We are still part of Blue Box RPG. We are just a different campaign, and we're about to go live.
What?
well,
Are we
video
really?
live.
I didn't know.
we're just on.
Nobody told me that.
we
I
just-
gotta get out of here.
We just took over Blue Box channel, but we're not. We're not really them.
So let's go ahead and switch screens here. Cricket will come to you last for the introduction. Today, Tom Vantelord is not with us today, so Skylar will be playing both Raja and Vantelord. And perhaps a lot of chaos will kick off, so let's jump right into it. Let's start with Rihu. Just a quick character introduction, and we'll go ahead.
Alright, I'm Rihu. I'm a level 3 human monk. Pretty laid back, kind of a quiet type, but, enjoying my new adventures with the new companions.
Raja, your turn.
Raj is a level 4 Ifrit rogue. Ready to kill Morin Duke, just chilling. But he also wants to learn more from Ignacia, so he doesn't know how that's gonna work if he kills his boss.
That's fair.
that is fair. And both, I know it's not correct in the chat, but both Raja and Vantelord leveled up from last session. Jubilee, not
Hello,
only
everybody.
character introduction, but also what is currently, just simply said, what's Jubilee's thoughts coming back to the circus now for day 2 of 2? Plus your character
well,
introduction.
I think, so Jubilee is a level 3 half-elf bard. I am what we call the Chaos. I am just the chaos of the whole group. I would say that her thoughts right now are probably a lot of panic, and just concern generally about what is going to happen with her family, because this is a very delicate situation.
Also, Lhawk99, no, I didn't. It's just in a ponytail today.
Awesome, and let's kick it over to Cricket.
Hi there. That is my dog Bear just growling in the background. But Cricket is a human druid who is the newest member of the party, and she is, even though it's been a short time, I think she feels very much welcomed and part of the group. She also has a dog companion, Bear, who's with her, and is like her best friend and the goodest boy. And nothing ever bad will ever happen to him. And as for our recap from last week, we did a lot of things. We tried to get the ring off of the finger, the statue, but then Rihu, I don't know if you know that you did this, Rihu, but you you meditated, and through like a way of peace, you were actually able to get the ring off of that finger. And then we talked to Zahara for a long time, and she gave us a piece of the stone that is from the elemental plane of fire. I think you have it at the moment, Raja, and gave us like the backstory behind it and how it was from an Ifrit uprising, and it also has healing properties, so super cool magical thing. And there are 2 other pieces that combined have like a ton of power, so eventually we'll probably try and find those other pieces. And then we also healed up, slept, thankfully, because Jubilee was near death, and went to Athea's and got to examine the creature that had attacked the group before Jubilee and Cricket arrived, and learned a little bit more about like that backstory of how they all came together as a group and what they've been going through and what led them here. And I think that's about where we're at. And and she was identifying some items for us, so don't know where we ended with that, if we got all of those items or we're still waiting for that. But yeah, now we're I think headed back to the circus for day 2.
Yes,
In an attempt.
that's right. So on the note of those items, there was a couple items that Raja wanted to have looked at. And of those items, and I believe Vantalord had a coin that was looked at. For the items that Raja provided, there was a shiny gold coin.
It was like a lucky coin or something, right?
Yep. And so what you found out, what Athea was able to tell you after taking a look at it, is that the magical trinket, or the coin, it gives you advantage on your next saving throw, right? So if you go ahead and pull it out, rub it, you get advantage on that next saving, or on that saving throw. Or yeah. And it can only be used once. After that, it just becomes a gold coin. Right?
So like if I use it now, it'll just be like with me until I have a saving throw.
Yeah, fair enough to say. Once you activate it on the next saving throw.
Yeah. Okay.
And then for the Phoenix Ember, the particular piece of the item that you have right now, you know that it holds, and all of you are also aware, or she would have told you, that there's limitations to identifying, right? So within the identifying process, she's able to uncover some things, but at times, depending on the particular magic imbued in the item, it may or may not reveal everything. A lot of times it does. Sometimes it doesn't. What you do know is that stone, or that item, it holds four charges, and each one will It has a strength of 1d8. She was in this. She was able to tell. She was puzzled because she didn't know the recovery time. A lot of times it's some kind of either finite, like, you know, you can use it 3 times and it's done, like the coin. Right? And when she came to this particular item, she wasn't able to get a feel on that. Almost as if it just dies. It just runs out. But she didn't get that clear understanding. So she lets you be aware of that as well. So those are the two items that were provided. I don't think there was anything else at that area. Was there anything else in town that you guys wanted to wrap up during that morning?
What was Vandelord's thing?
I don't know that there was one.
Oh, it was the trident. And that was just a trident.
And that's just a trident, yep.
That's right. It's sturdy.
It's a sturdy trident.
A sturdy trident.
But can it get sturdy? That's a real question.
So in the town, before heading back to the circus this morning, was there anything that you guys wanted to wrap up or ask about prior to going back?
I am gonna use that lucky coin.
Okay.
Oh, Vandelord.
I think we had sort of done most of the stuff we were gonna do last session, like checking for healing potions, I think, and stuff like that.
Yep. Okay. Then
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness, he's got spells.
You just now looking at his character stuff for the
I already
first time.
seen it, but then I went somewhere else, and it's actually got the spell. So like that one that it makes him the target is actually a spell. It's not a feat.
Is Raja going to kill Vantelor today?
Yeah, right.
We should get a poll on the over-under.
Vantelord, yes, just willingly gives in. Weird, I know.
So a little bit of time passes by. The morning goes by, early afternoon sneaks up on you, and you make your way back to the circus. And it's the last day 2 of 2 at the circus, so all the hype is rolling in. Just keeping the patrons coming in, having fun. The show last night, you guys are hearing rumors, people talking about the big tent show that happened in the late evening. And just the outstanding feats of the fire breath and just unique animals that people have never seen before. Stuff with animals that looked almost blended or extremely large, and in some cases very, very tiny when they should be large. Just oddities among oddities. And as you meander and make your way back to the circus, you find yourself in front of the familiar, very large clown face, the mouth that you're walking through to cross over this bridge and approach the ticket booth. Individuals on each side as you make your way further and further into the circus.
I have a quick question.
What's up?
For detect evil, do I have to see the individual, or does it just have the range?
It's a range. You can look at it, click on where I showed you to be able to see further into it, but it's a range. It's either 30 or 60.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure, because it says a paladin can use as a move action concentrate on a single item or individual within 60 feet. But the concentrate on made me wonder if it had to be visual, but it doesn't specify.
Okay.
So it's just a range.
Read it again.
Oh.
And go into the deeper one that might answer your question. If it says you have to
The purity.
concentrate on the individual, you'd have to see it, but I thought it was a range.
A paladin can, as a move action, concentrate on a single item or individual within 60 feet and determine if it is evil, learning the strength of its aura as if having studied it for 3 rounds while focusing on one individual or objects. The paladin does not detect evil in any other object or individual within the range.
So you have to be able to see it.
Also, it says 60 feet.
Yep.
I have clearly heard too much about the Barbie movie that he said a paladin can, and I heard it as a paladin can. And I was like, paladin can?
A paladin can. It sort of makes sense, really. I feel like Ken would potentially be a paladin. His oath is to the patriarchy.
This Ken spites evil.
So as you enter in, music in every direction, very familiar. All of you are familiar with this place now. And the jovial sounds surrounding you. What do you do?
While we're here, I'm going to keep an eye out for my family today, definitely.
I think we probably want to discuss, like, as we're walking in, maybe even before we get within earshot of the actual guards and or circus itself, what the plan is. Like, what are we actually gonna do? Because I know we talked yesterday about maybe trying to do something during the show, which we could do, or we could try and we also talked about making a distraction of something. Like, we could still light that house of mirrors on fire if we wanted. Like, I don't know what else we've thrown out a lot of plans.
Well, so I had a thought. And my thought is, I could go in there without a disguise on today. And if we wanted to, I know the order of the show very well. So if you want me to just jump in where I would normally be and see what happens there, I feel like that could either go over really well or it'd be really terrible, but it'd be fun.
Yeah. Then I guess he knows that we're with you. So then we could simply just be watching you perform.
Right.
And then when we see him, we could either make the move during or after. I feel like during, that puts the civilians at risk, but it also causes a bigger distraction for the rest of the acts if they're wanting to, let's say, like, defend.
Right, like, that's the real question, is how do we do it in a way that is, like, real sneaky and we try and just get him alone and attack him? Or are we, I mean, I think we're all sort of on board with not trying to hurt any civilians if possible, right?
Yeah, but after.
Were we all on that page?
Oh, maybe not.
Oops.
If
All
we
right.
were to attack him
I think everybody
after.
but Jubilee is on that page.
Well, so the way I see it is what we can do, if you want to have me perform, I can try to get backstage and talk to the performers beforehand about what's going on, because a lot of them either don't know what's going on at all, or they do and they just don't know how to handle it. So if I get a hold of them first, then maybe if we decided to try to attack him, it wouldn't even be an issue.
What if we have, like, a multi-pronged approach? Like, what if you do that and then I could try and maybe talk to some of the animals and see if I could get them, like, riled up a little bit. Maybe they're just like more disobedient, you know? Listen, I don't know how persuasive I can be to them, but I can try. They probably don't like being whipped all the time. And then I don't know, maybe right, you know, Rihu and Raja, you guys could do something to try and get Morin Duke alone or something like that.
Maybe we take out the guards
Right?
during the show when people aren't watching.
Right? Maybe Vance
Oh,
Lord
sorry. Go ahead,
could
Rihu.
go as well.
Do we know exactly where the guards are? We don't at this
Well,
point,
the
right?
They're
token
like all
booths.
around, I think, really.
Yeah.
They're real
Like we-
nasty. I don't know if you remember this because I know you blanked out a little bit from what happened last time, but they're like real bad. Yeah. Okay. Nasty guards.
Feels like we need to somehow. I like where we're going with this. Feels like we need to somehow draw Morin Duke out.
Right. Well, is there something that y'all could do to like get his attention somehow?
In the midst of all of this, we set the House of Mirrors on fire.
I like
That's
that
what
idea.
maybe that's what Raja's doing. Raja just goes and sets the House of Mirrors on fire.
Maybe
I
that's
feel
how we
like-
get the guards all set.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Raja, what about your son?
What about Jimmy?
He'll go on to a better place. He does not deserve to be in this cruel world.
That is like a very dark look.
Papa Raja, jeez.
Papa Raja he's cold. You can't kill Jimmy. Amanda says you can't kill Jimmy.
I'll make a puppet of him, and then he'll be like a little stuffy.
I don't know what's
That's
worse.
worse.
Puppeting his dead body?
No, just a stuffy.
Also, let's remember Jimmy is a clone of you, so you're just making a puppet of your own likeness, and you're just gonna like carry it
Walking
around.
just
Everybody thinks
This
I'm
is my son,
egotistical, but
Jimmy.
really
Like,
it's just a
everyone-
remembrance.
Everyone will think you're very, very normal.
Yeah,
Walking
most people would get like an in memoriam tattoo. You're
There you
carrying
go,
around an in memoriam puppet.
I think a
Tattoos
tattoo.
are only for important things.
Oh, jeez. Well, on that note,
Okay.
all right. Well,
Jimmy is
Raja's
my
gonna go
son.
commit. What's it called when you?
I'll go with Raja as well to help to watch his back
Larceny? I mean,
while we
arsony?
while we put a
Yeah.
little
Arson. Is
And-
larceny even a thing?
Yes, grand larceny is a
Like-
thing.
It's theft.
It's like arson with an L.
They're spelled totally differently, but yeah.
Thank you, Raja.
They're spelled differently and they're different crimes.
Totally.
So, upon entering, the plan is that, just make sure I'm understanding everything. Rihu and Raja are going to head over to the tent.
Mhm.
And
The House
light
of
it on fire.
Mirrors.
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Sorry.
We're
yes,
gonna take
two
Jimmy's
couple
mirror
tents here.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
After-
then Cricket and
Maybe Vantalord should come with me.
Jubilee, Vantalord's going to go with you.
Oh my goodness.
No, no,
role
no, I
playing
think
in
maybe-
two areas of life.
I think maybe Vantalord should come with me to the animals.
Okay. And
I agree.
Jubilee, what is your plan? You're looking at
going
like
to-
mid-afternoon right now.
Okay, and what time is the show compared to what time it is now?
So it's like 3 o'clock right now. And again, you guys can always speed time up. But it's 3 o'clock now, and the show starts at 6:30 when it's dark.
Okay. So my plan is to meet up with the performers like right before the show would normally start. The time that we would do like curtain call kind of thing.
Okay.
And I want to see if I can kind of corner them and have a talk with them real quick and hop in like I'm performing just like on a normal day.
Okay. So are you guys all wanting to actually arrive closer to when it's actually dark, when the show is going to start, or are you wanting to
I
arrive
think
there
so.
earlier?
Because I think the longer
Yeah.
we're there, the better chance it is we get spotted and. there's
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to try and
Especially if-
find? Did you want to try and find your parents first, though, Jubilee, before you infiltrate, or what? You said you tried to find your family.
I would definitely like to talk to them first if I can, separately from everyone else. I don't want them to be like, oh my gosh, she's here. And the first time we're seeing her is when she's with everybody else and she's been gone for like a week. And what the heck?
So maybe you go ahead. I know
Right.
you're not supposed to split
Oh, so
up in
I should go
times of
there now.
crisis. But
Right, maybe you should
just
go.
go ahead.
Right.
Because you
We're
are
really-
part of the circus.
We're really taking that "don't split the party" thing to heart today, and splitting into 3 groups.
Not only are we splitting into 3 groups, the one who should have a natural one coming at some point.
Oh
She's on her own.
That's right. I forgot. You didn't need to remind him. What if Rory
I
forgot?
didn't, but it's been weighing on my heart for like a really long time.
I didn't.
It's
forget.
like
What
I
if we
still
all
have
go?
it sitting in front of him.
It's okay. Jubilee has sneaky daggers.
No,
What if we all
Rory,
go
put that
and just-
down. Put that down.
Scout
Okay.
out.
So about 6 o'clock rolls around. The sun is beginning to set. Each of you know that it's only within a matter of minutes, of moments, that the sun will actually be lower than the horizon and darkness will set upon the land. As the group of you approach the circus, the four of you holding back, right? Just kind of staying out of sight of everyone. Jubilee, you go ahead and you enter in to the circus. You see crowds of people all around, even some lining up to enter into the big tent as the show is going to be starting soon. And as you pass through that large clown's face and look, you even see sporadically some of the other performers up by the big tent, creating some of that show, some of that dazzle at greeting the people, hyping it up, showing off some of their feats or the different abilities, just in minor ways, just to really amp up that excitement. You see that off in the distance, and what do you do?
I'd like to try to kind of sneak my way through because I won't have a disguise on this time, so I really don't want too many people spotting me.
Okay.
So if I can do that, I'll put my cloak on the sneaky side and then pull the hood up. But I definitely want to either go over to the tent where everyone would be, or just like wherever I know that everyone would be hanging out before the show starts.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check. There are lots of shadows to be able to utilize and objects to walk behind. And again, you're so familiar with this terrain to begin with.
Let's see. My stealth is... Oh, that's good. 24.
24?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, as you approach, you do see in some different areas that there are some guards. And you spot them, and you know that they're just walking around, kind of patrolling the area. With that 24, also roll a... Well, you tell me how you want to do it. As you approach the tent, no one's seen you, no one's paid attention to you. You're blending right in with the crowd and the shadows, one and the same. As you approach, you do see one of the performers. And as you know previously, in order to go... Are you trying to get back to the performer's housing area?
Yes.
Okay. You do see Valentine, one of the twins, that are right here at the front. How would you like... Do you want to speak? Do you want to just try to sneak by? Or how do you want to approach this situation?
I would like to try to sneak up behind him and then kind of like whisper something to him.
Okay. With that 24, easy enough. You see him in the distance, and you sneak up behind him.
Okay. So as I kind of come up behind him real quick, I just very quietly in his ear say, "Did you miss me?"
You see, his head doesn't move a lot, just a little bit. You see on the corner of the face, the cheek rises. I guess it was only about time that you returned.
Well, I know you're probably getting ready for your performance soon, but I need to talk to you and everyone, really, away from Morin.
Well, I don't know how easy that will be, but why is it that we must be in such solitude?
Well, I am not aware if you are aware of what is happening to all of you, so I would rather tell you all in one big group if I can. But if I have to tell each of you individually, I guess I could do that. It'll just be really time consuming.
You mean that we're performing? That is what's happening to us. We are performing.
Well, right, but you know the situation with leaving the circus, right?
Well, everyone will leave it. And you know that he's kind of coy with this. Just matching your beating around the bush type of thing. Everyone's going to leave the circus, and we'll pack up and we'll go to another spot.
Valentin, you know you're cursed, right?
And he pauses for a second. You just see him hold his composure as I did not see this coming.
I am the chaos.
Oh,
You can't predict everything Jubilee is gonna do.
You need some,
Not you.
some t-shirts. Let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he holds his composure, and he lifts up his hand, and his sharp jawline, he starts to rub it. Well, I mean, my sister and I are fairly certain of something nefarious like that. You know, we've always been fond of you, Jubilee.
What's that supposed to mean? That you believe me, or like you're gonna kill me now?
And he steps back side by side as the guard passes in front of you. No, we had our suspicions. There's not a lot of talk, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people know. Your folks seem to have a pretty good idea.
Well, they do. They were the ones that really kind of figured it out, and then I was the one that decided that I was going to try to save them.
Well, tonight might be your last chance for that. We're heading pretty far away.
Oh, he said it.
I can be unpredictable too.
What did you say, Roy?
Oh, yeah, we'll find out.
Oh no.
Yes, we are heading quite far away. Whatever your plan is, you can trust your parents. My sister and I are potentially of help. Valeria and I. There's a couple others here that are still fond of you, Jubilee.
Can I roll an insight check on his far away comment? Like, I can't tell if he means like logistically distance far away, or if he's being like cryptic about some weird creepy thing.
You've known him long enough. He literally means the circus is traveling a very long distance to the next location.
Okay.
Like nowhere,
Got it.
nowhere close.
Okay. Well, that is good to know. So, is there anyone else that you can hook me up with before you guys go on? Because I'm gonna hop in there and perform with you today. I don't think Morin knows that yet, unless he does, because he's been in my head a whole lot. Does he do that to you at all?
We found some temporarily relief time to time. Typically, those who hear it don't hear it for much longer. And we don't see them much longer either.
Oh, that's great. Awesome. Okay. Well.
That's what first set my sister and I off to this whole thing. The previous person, I can't think of who it was anymore. Kind of a disadvantage of this job, but one of the previous acrobatics. I can't recall an instant that happened, but they started questioning things. I stop seeing him.
Oh,
And then-
okay.
So, if you're hearing his voice, perhaps you should act quickly.
Well, that's the plan for today, definitely.
You can hop in with my sister and I as we start our acrobatics routine. I know you're decent at those things.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Until then,
Now, do you
what
know
is
who
your
else
plan?
knows?
My guess is that Ignacia has a little bit of an idea.
Oh,
he-
Ignacia has been hearing more and a whole lot.
That is my concern, both with you and him. The two of you never did really know how to keep quiet.
Well, I will hop in with you then, and we will, I guess, see how it goes.
Sounds good. I don't think you'll get a lot of resistance from the others. Maybe a couple who, as you know, are not. Maybe indifferent, or maybe they don't like you, but they do have more loyalties to Morin. Outside
Okay.
of those, the rest just might not do anything. They might. But for the moment, I can sneak you in with the people. And, are you wanting to just take a seat in the crowd?
No, I'm performing.
Well, yes, I understand, but where are you wanting to make your grand entrance?
Oh, how can we make it as ridiculously dramatic as possible?
Well, and he sticks his arm around you as he's still standing beside you, looking around. The guard passes behind the tent. A group of people, looks like a family, start to enter into the tent as he circles you into the tent along with this family, just blending in to their movements. As he starts to whisper in your ear or by your face in a soft, muffled tone compared to all the other voices. He walks you into the tent, seating all around. A large area in the center with a tall wooden post and trapeze-like contraptions to swing from. Now, I'm gonna do a couple things, and I gotta get going, so I can't stay long. You could sit near the front on either side and enter in that way. We could try to figure out a way to sneak you up the top, but the problem is likely someone will see you. However, perhaps we could bring out some of those wonderful smoke type items that just create these clouds of smoke, really. And my sister and I could set those off. Now, it's on you to be able to, I know you're sneaky, Jubilee. But if you can sneak into that area after it's set off, when the smoke settles, you will be there.
I'm gonna
And
do
my
that.
sister and I can continue, and you can join along, or you can do whatever kind of chaos is in your heart. And we'll try to help in any means we can, but I'm not sure what that will be.
Okay, well, smoke bombs it is.
Smoke bombs it is. Okay, well, you take a seat wherever you see fit. You'll know the cue.
Okay.
Okay. And we come back then to the four of you standing outside the circus. The sun has dipped below the horizon as Raja, Vantalorn, Cricket, and Rihu stand there. How do you proceed? And you've seen, even from your vantage point, you've seen Jubilee keeping an eye on her. You've seen her go into the tent.
Well, I think, look at Raja. Ours is the most straightforward. We know where we're going. We've been there before. We know the way. So we should probably
Yeah.
get moving. Because I think we know our plan at this point, right? So there's not really much to talk about. It's just kind of an acknowledgement to the split up.
Okay.
Right. And when y'all are finished with that, well, first of all, assuming we probably will notice that it's on fire, but maybe come back this way because I'm sure that whatever ends up happening here at the main tent, we're gonna need your help. So, best of luck.
Well,
See you on the other side.
we don't want to be there when the guards get there anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So the two of you are heading to the House of Mirrors, and the other two of you, Cricket and Vantalord, you are heading towards the
Right. Like we're gonna try and find
animals.
the animal entrance.
Okay.
They're basically the staples.
Right. There's like a tent. I think you said there's like a staging tent where all the animals are kept, like right next to the main tent. That's where we're headed.
So you know that there's at least probably some, especially because the show is going on, and with Jubilee kind of in your presence and other conversations, they keep a lot of the performing ones in kind of the back part of the tent. So it's still actually in the tent. So the big tent,
Mm-hmm.
that one, and the performers area, it's all kind of that one sealed item. However, there are, such as you saw playing those games, other animals, an array of common animals such as goats and cows and those type of beasts of burden type of animals that you saw performing when that griffin was being chained up and treated cruelly. So you do know that, and there's a decent amount of them. You know, there's a half a dozen of one and a dozen of the others, and there's quite a few of them.
I think that's the tent we'll probably head to, just
Okay.
because the other one sounds like it's in the main tent, like in the main
It
area
is.
with
Let me
performers.
go ahead and take a click here, a view here for you, and I'll switch. There we go. So where you're at, you know, straightforward, you have the big tent. In this
Mhm.
back portion of the tent is where the more exotic, or at least the performing animals, are kept.
Right.
And then directly behind that is the performers area. Then the more common animals, or the non-performing animals, and sometimes there's still, you know, because they have to hype up the group, so sometimes you'll find some uncommon animals still over in the area. But here's the gaming area with all the different types of circus games, and then that smaller performance area. And it's in this area that whether they're the common or non-performing animals, they're over in this area, with then the House of Mirrors directly north of that.
Well, then, actually, perhaps I don't know, maybe we should head to the area where the main tent and, like, all the performing animals are, because I'm not sure, like, how much of a help it can be to get a bunch of the, like, non-performing animals. Like, what they're gonna really do. It's just a bunch of goats and cows?
It is. You remember that there are 12 goats, 3 llamas, 2 monkeys, and 2 kangaroos.
Well,
And
those are fun.
those are considered the common, that they're always there.
Team llama, pet monkey. All right, just kidding. Chat convinced me we're going to the other tent instead.
The one with the llamas, monkeys, and
And goats.
And
yeah,
goats?
and the kangaroos. Yeah, that's where we're headed.
alright, I hope you wrote those numbers down.
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
12 goats, 3 llamas, 2 monkeys, and 2 kangaroos.
There you go.
So that's Vantalord and I will head that way. And it seems like that's sort of on the same side of the as the Hall of Mirrors, right? Because isn't
Yep,
the Hall
correct.
of Mirrors like up there? Yeah,
The
okay.
House of Mirrors, and then the animals down here.
Right. So hopefully we can just like cause a lot of chaos on this side, and then it'll pull some of the guards away from whatever ends up happening with Jubilee in the main tent.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. And now, just real quick, the four of you. Are you trying to be stealthy or just walking through like everyone else?
Good.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, I don't think I'm trying to like be obviously hiding in the shadows or anything like that, but I would say we're trying to blend in with the crowd.
That's exactly what I was going to say as well.
Yeah, I'd say be stealthy on the way back from the burning
Oh, definitely that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tent, but
Yes. But for now, like, there
so
shouldn't
Roger's
be really
probably
any
gonna cover his hair.
on us. Like,
Right. Like I'm definitely not making any eye contact with those guards, but otherwise, like I'll just try and like you know how you can like walk through a crowd and
Mhm.
just like stay with a group and pretend like you're with them.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, since we're here, Cricket, you and Vantalord, you approach the
Mhm.
area. You see that the performing of in this area is winding down. There is a guard over here. He's just making his round. He passes you guys. And there's a goblin. He hops down from the table and makes some announcements. The people are calming down, but you can't see it on here, but there are staging stalls for these animals off to the side over here.
Is
Just
there
to the
like
north side.
people like I know you mentioned that goblin is making announcements and we had that other goblin before. Are there any other like who's watching the animals? Like is there anybody who's like standing there with them, or are they tied up? What's the situation on the 12 ghosts, the 3 llamas, the 2 monkeys, and the 2 kangaroos?
So the most troublesome of those
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Right.
are the monkeys, simply because they can climb. The goats
Right.
can be a little bit troublesome. You would know this because they can climb on each other and they bite everything. But generally speaking, they're just in stalls, right? They have a gate that's holding them in, a slight pin that goes through them. You know, the day before, looking at the animals, just seeing what they had. You would remember that there was pins that were just holding it. Nothing too sophisticated. The monkeys, a little bit more of an issue. Their gate goes from floor to ceiling, and the walls go from floor to ceiling. The area around where that pin is solid wood. Probably had to deal with a few issues every now and then. Eventually, it just was all just solid in that area, so the monkeys couldn't reach around and unpin it.
Tricky monkeys.
Tricky monkeys.
I think we'll just kind of like linger in that area, and I'm sort of watching the tent, the Hall of Mirrors, because I don't really want to. I want to time my distraction sort of around theirs. So I'm guessing I can see Rihu and Raja going past me towards the Hall of Mirrors, and like when I see them enter, give it a few minutes, see what happens over there first, I suppose, before I do mine, because I think technically like probably releasing these monkeys and other animals will be pretty fast compared to what they might be doing.
it'll definitely make it safer for you too, with the flames and all the guards being distracted that way.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, and you're right. The House of Mirrors is actually not that far away. You know, a couple hundred
Right.
yards. So there's some good distance there, but you can easily see it. So yeah, as you stand there, you hear this goblin just uttering things in the background. You do notice. What's that?
Are there actually, like, are we over there now? Or are you gonna continue here?
I'll get there, yeah. And if there's something on the way, you can always describe that when I come to you guys. You do notice, and Vantalord specifically notices, Are you talking about Vantalord, Skylar, or Raja?
Neither.
Oh, okay. Vantalord and Cricket are by the animals. Vantalord happens to look over, and there's a stall down at the end that you guys can't see from where you're at. And he walks down that way, and you see this expression on his face, this illumination of excitement is radiating across his face. His body's like shakes. One anachronism, like a child that just received his birthday present. Like he's just. Do you walk down there?
Right, yeah, I'm following him. Mhm.
So that griffin that was previously flew
Hat
away,
up.
right?
Mhm.
It's back in there. It's slightly confused why it's back. You can clearly see some wounds on it. But they're healed. They're fully healed. The griffin itself is in good condition.
Sorry,
it
when
is
you were
back.
describing somebody was excited, like child with Christmas, were you saying that was Vantalord?
At the sight of the griffin, he
Was excited?
Yeah.
That fits. That's very out of character.
Is it simply because it's a griffin?
Yeah, wait, why is he so excited that the creature we freed is back?
Do you ask him?
Yeah, why you look like you're happy? This is so sad. I thought we freed this creature.
Skylar, you want to take this?
Sure. No.
Okay. He does. He does say, because he's memorized by griffins. He enjoys the griffin. It's such a powerful, strong beast. It can be on land and it can fly. I mean, he's such a wonderful thing. And you remember him being excited when he first saw it. And he does see a little bit of a look on your face, like, not that it's captured. It's just the magnificence of the animal itself.
Right, but all that work we did yesterday was for nothing now.
No, we're here now.
Right,
And-
but this poor griffin is now injured and back in captivity. Well, you know what? Maybe we can free him a second time. All right.
Yes, and maybe I'll ride it.
I mean, sure, Vantalor, but that isn't what we're here for. We're not here to ride griffins, all right? We're here to save the circus.
Yes, yeah, that too. So the animals are there before you. The list that I gave you, I wish I could just spit that out.
Right.
But
12 goats, 3 llamas, 2 monkeys, and 2 kangaroos.
and a griffin.
And a griffin. And a partridge in a pear tree.
The other two, as you break off from Cricket and Vantalord, was there anything you wanted to do before you break off from them?
No. Not me personally, anyway. Is there actually the guards?
So this is just a statue. Actually, that wasn't a statue. He's not there anymore. The guard you saw pass before you crossed over, the guard, is over on the other side of the bridge and walking away.
That's the only one.
That's the only one you've seen.
Okay. So we should probably make sure there's nobody in the tent first. And then we're gonna take Jimmy's mirror out and see if he can leave.
You'd like to take Jimmy's mirror out?
Yeah.
How do you know which one is Jimmy's mirror?
You don't think I know where my own almost child came from?
Alright, I'll follow your lead. You gotta show me where Jimmy's mirror is, because I don't remember.
So you
So
guys
I'm
enter.
going,
You
take
guys
a
enter
left,
into the House of Mirrors.
Take a left.
Yes.
Yes.
When we walk in, is there anything different? Can I notice? Like, do a perception check, anything?
As you
Can
walk
hear
in,
the baby crying?
it looks the same.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you hear the baby dead through the mic?
no, I can't hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys walk in. Everything looks the same. And Raja, you said that you're going back to that particular mirror?
Yes.
Okay. So the two of you walk in, go forward, take a left, and come around. And Skylar, or Raja, what do you do?
Well, I'll call out Jimmy's name. Is he in here? Like, did he disappear?
So you call out, Jimmy! You hear nothing at first.
For the record, I really do not like the shift in music.
At first you don't hear anything. And then from behind you, you hear your voice call out to you. Raja!
Yes. Okay.
You returned. Well, you went through that mirror, and I didn't know what happened to you.
What? We went through a mirror?
Dad, you came back for me.
I'm just gonna pick up the mirror that he came out of and just walk.
I'm like in
You
cautionary right now.
muted out, Skylar. You said you walk, and then you went quiet.
Walk to the side and just slip it under a fold.
Hmm.
Of the side of the tent.
Okay. What
And
were
then
you?
I'm good. Oh,
I'm just being a little cautious. I'm gonna let Raja do what he's planning to do, but at the same time, I'm keeping a very close eye on Jimmy.
What? Jimmy comes up right next to you, Rihu, standing very close to you, as Raja comes back and grabs a mirror. And Raja, you would know, or you find out that this first wall here is actually not the edge of the tent. So you grab the mirror from here, but this isn't the edge of the tent here. There's some shelving and things in the way.
yeah. I go to the side of the tent and slip it under a fold. I didn't mean that.
Do you want to take the mirror outside first and then hide it?
Yeah. But I don't want to walk out the front door, so that's why I'm gonna try to slip it under a tent fold outside.
Okay. So you come around to the side and then slide it under. As you grab the mirror and you're walking around, Jimmy gives you a confused expression. Where are you taking the mirror?
I'm gonna try to see if you can leave.
We
So
tried
you
that
want
though,
to
and
burn
I
down?
couldn't leave.
Yeah, but the mirror was in here before.
You think if that's out, I can go out?
I don't know.
Do you
Or
think I
maybe
have
just
to
don't
be
go
in the
through
mirror?
the front door. We can try that. Go in the mirror, child.
He gets a
So-
grin, understanding you quite well. And he says, let's give it a try. And he walks up to the mirror, turns around, and sinks into, like he's trust falling into you. He falls into the mirror.
And then now, I'll put it under the tent. Or outside of the tent.
Okay. Rihu.
And I'm just gonna. While Raj is doing this, I just want to tell him I think you should put the glass side down. Because we don't want Jimmy accidentally coming out at a bad time.
Can he come out on his own though? I'll listen. Well, that's fair. I'm gonna have to kill him.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
I'll
I just
put the
mean
gas
when
down.
you're just so like he's not like randomly like popping up, outside, like saying hi to people.
Oh,
You know.
well, no, the way he's talking, I feel like he's not the innocent child he was before.
So let's be cautious.
He sounded
He's
menacing.
hardened because his dad left him, but now he's coming back for it.
So
It's been like a day.
He's dealing with some trauma.
His dad left to get milk and came back a day later.
he falls into the mirror. Rihu, you make this comment. As you're making this comment, Rihu, you do see just for a moment in the mirror, you see Raja disappear. And then you see an image reappear.
Do
Hey.
I recognize the image?
As Raja waves to you. And then he disappears again.
He's coming for you.
And not like no malicious, he's smiling. And he waves at you and then he disappears again. And then
I'll say, Jimmy, can you hear me?
no response. And so you slide it under the tent, mirror down.
Yeah.
Okay. So you slide it under. How do you guys proceed?
I think we should just use the candles because I don't really want to waste mine.
I agree. Save any firepower for any potential.
I'm gonna take a candle
Mm-hmm.
and take the oil stuff. I'm gonna blow fire.
I'm just going to take another candle. I think we should each go to one side of the tent and light it on fire from two different sides.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So you go in different directions. Raja was over here from slipping the mirror over. So Rihu, are you going to the other side?
So wait, I want Raja to go in the direction that he's going to go first.
Okay. Raja, where are you going?
I'll just be right there because then when we are running for our lives from the flames, I'm just gonna go under the tent folds.
Okay.
Okay. So which side though? I mean, like, where are you going to start the fire at?
Like the back corner, back right corner, other way.
Where you saw the
No.
piano?
Oh, sorry, back left corner. Okay, top left corner,
You can't. So you can't see that corner.
right there.
Yep, you can't see that. Corner.
Okay, you can't see where I'm pointing.
No, you can't
Oh,
see
but
that
I'll go
corner.
over there.
Your character can't see that. It's blocked off. See how it is blocked off in the...
Okay, I don't think the curve.
So you're gonna go
where
right
the
here.
curve is.
So you
Yes.
know. Okay, so you're gonna go right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the top left back room corner.
And then it's down
Just that
here.
one,
You
yeah.
slip the mirror through.
Yep.
Okay. Where are you going,
Okay.
Rihu?
So the entrance is right there to the south of us.
Yep.
Just for the sake of, I don't want people to come in here like before they realize it's on fire, because I don't want any innocents to die with this stunt. I'm gonna go by where the doorway is and start on fire there,
Okay.
and then I can slip out the doorway really quickly once the fire starts. And then Raja, you're slipping underneath the canvas. Is that right? Afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's that man?
It's Cricket.
I'll kinda
I didn't
go-
remember many.
Well,
Okay.
but is there anyone by the entrance though? Like, am I looking around? Am I seeing anybody? Is it clear?
You see it's clear.
Okay.
You see people off in the distance, kind of flickering
Yeah.
their silhouettes in the lights, but no one by the tent. And Raja, you said that you go ahead and you take in the kerosene and light it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a performance check. There's no breath blowing performance, but There should be one that fits.
Act. Because it is.
Yeah,
Also
go ahead. Go with
showing
that one. And
I
act
guess they're all the same anyway. But
Yeah.
I only got 9, 12.
Okay. When you first take it in, the feel of the kerosene on your cheeks and your tongue, it's off-putting, both in texture, viscosity. It just, you end up spitting the first time, and it's like not spitting it out, but as you're trying to mist it out of your mouth, it's coming out more in sprays than mist. A little bit of residual of that in your mouth, you end up swallowing a little bit of it, not feeling wonderful about that. You go ahead and take a little bit more, and as you this time try to mist it again, it actually plumes out in a nice mist, hitting the candle and not snuffing the candle out, and you see just sparks of fire flying through the air as this kerosene is catching, hitting the tent in a spray of fire as the tent begins to slowly light on fire.
And I'll just throw the candle down and put my hood up so my hair is not visible.
Okay.
And I'll just bolt and just.
Alright, you head for the side with the mirror. Rihu, you come to this area. As you walk through this hallway of mirrors, one on each side, every step that you walk down this hallway, seeing your reflection out of the sides of your eyes, on both sides, Rihu, Rihu, Rihu. When suddenly one of the mirrors doesn't have a reflection. And you see it stops you in your tracks, and you see in both mirrors there is no reflection of you. You have, I would assume, a candle in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
How do you proceed?
So I have not liked these mirrors from day one, and I think that's been evidenced by my actions. I will, as fast as possible, try to grab the top of each of those mirrors and just smash them.
Do you set the candle down, or you have a candle in your hand?
I'm keeping the candle in my left hand,
Okay.
and I'm going to run up. They look like they're tall enough where I could reach up with one arm.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and just so, because though I have seen how the reflections come out,
Yep.
I'm being very careful not to be in front of the mirror while I'm doing this.
Okay.
And I just want to reach up, grab the top, and like basically tip it down so that it falls.
Okay. So you step back, right? There, these two mirrors are on your each side. You step back. Your image appears in the mirrors you're next to. You reach up without looking directly into this mirror. You grab the top of it. As you begin to pull it down with all your strength to smash it on the ground and potentially even into the mirror on the other side, you see this momentary vestige of Rihu. You see this image as he reaches out, as you hear him say something. In just, you know he said something. But right as it started to become clear, his arm pinned against the mirror and the ground as the glass shatters and his arm disappears.
I do not like this. Not one bit. Have I smashed the second one yet?
It
Or
did
the
hit the
first one?
bottom of it.
Okay.
The first one shattered. It did hit the bottom of the other one, but it didn't break the mirror. If you don't have your lights off in your room, you should probably turn them off.
Oh. So hard. I'm trying to think of what the next move would be right immediately in that moment for my character here. 1 second.
As you begin to ponder, you see a shimmer in the other mirror.
Can I make out like the image is starting? Is it myself again?
It's starting to shimmer. You pause in a moment of curiosity as it shimmers, and the image comes to, and it's you. And it looks like he's walking down a hallway, almost about to reach the door or the mirror itself.
I'm going to quickly and as fast as I can smash that mirror.
He picks up pace as you move towards that mirror, and he reaches a hand forward and yells, "Wait!" as the mirror slams down to the ground and shatters.
Okay. So I'm just going. I see these curtains, these big curtains right on
Yes.
the doorway.
Yeah.
As fast as possible, I'm trying to beat Raja to his mirror. The one he hit underneath the canvas. I'm throwing the candle against the curtains there.
Okay.
Trying to smash with the oil in it, everything. I just want to smash it, get that on fire, and I'm trying to run as fast as I can to where that mirror slid underneath the tent.
Okay. You do that. It hits. The kerosene splatters, and catches fire. You can go ahead and both of you can roll a dexterity. It's athletics. There's athletics in this, right?
Athletics.
Roll an
Well, that's
athletics,
not a thing.
but Rihu, although somewhat simultaneous, as you guys split, and he goes back, and he sprays the fire. You're walking through, you have this encounter with these mirrors. He bolts to the front. He had mentioned that he just bolts it to the front and dives through. You take this time with these two mirrors and then light it. So we're going to give you a -6 to your acrobatics. In time is what it is. Your loss of time. So both of
So
you roll an
acrobatics.
acrobatics check.
13. 22.
28. I have a +10 on acrobatics.
So the advantage, Rihu, is that you're simply closer to the front. Although you do have this moment with these mirrors, you're simply closer to the front. And Rihu did have the struggle trying to figure out how to get that spray.
Oh, so we tied then?
Dang near
Yeah,
tied.
I think. Yeah, I was gonna say I think you tied, right? Because -6, so 22, 22.
Oh, it was 28 without the 22. 28 without the -6.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so yes, you guys tied. As Rihu, as you round this corner, you see Raja just standing up next to the mirror.
Mhm.
Mirror still flat on the ground,
Okay.
and both of you standing on each side of it.
I'm just. So since we're stopped there and we're kind of got paused, I want to. So this is where what Rihu is feeling based on the interaction, everything he's seen. I just want to tell Raja. I don't know how to explain it, but that's not Jimmy.
What is Jimmy? Who is Jimmy really? Let's be honest.
And I think we need to smash this mirror.
Okay, I'll just kick it back under the tent with the fire.
The flames are starting to catch both at the entrance, and especially you, Raj, are spreading it across the back of the tent like that. The canvas is starting to catch as the illumination of the light picks up in the background. You feel the heat, a very familiar and not unwelcomed heat for you, Raja. As you are going to kick the tent, kick the mirror, yes, go ahead.
Well, first, flip it over and
Okay.
say goodbye, Jimmy, as I'm pushing it. So, like, he doesn't have time to come out, but, like...
So it flips, so you flip it, and you look in the mirror, his vistage comes to again. Seeing an identical, it's your reflection, yet you know it's not, it's Jimmy. And he looks at you, says, I made it. You got me out.
Do we want to see what he does first, though?
You have to make a decision. I'm the one. I gave you the information and my thoughts on what I currently believe is happening. Is
Can I
yeah, I
come
don't
out?
have time to explain in this moment, but I just want to reiterate that's not Jimmy.
As he's... So what I assume when he comes out of the mirror, he's gonna, like, climb out, because it's face down, or it's, like, on the bottom.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he's
mean,
not
that
just gonna be standing.
in some fashion, he would go from horizontal to vertical. However, that would work
Yeah.
for.
So I'd like to grab his throat and, like, pull him out the rest of the way, and then slam him on his back and try to intimidate him. And be like,
Okay. So as he's coming up, he's.
what am I doing?
You did. I never thought I would get out of. And suddenly your hand clamps around his throat as you, with the momentum of him coming up, you slam him back down against the ground. Go ahead, roll your intimidation.
Oh, I hate this. Honestly. Where's the eyes? Oh, there we go. Natural 20 plus 13.
Yeah. I mean, you see a matter of absolute surprise in Jimmy's eyes as he's suddenly pinned to the ground by you. As you're pinning yourself
And then-
to the ground, you're looking at this bewilderment of what, why, what are you doing?
So still with the intimidation, then I'd also like to have, like, insight tied into that when I ask this next question. I'll get these questions. I'll say, what do you know? What do you want with us? And what is happening here at this circus? Ask those three things. But I also want to read his face to make sure he's not, like, lying or anything.
So roll an insight. You're being very intentional about it. Roll your insight.
Oh my goodness, it's with the eyes, and I'm literally so blind right now. No, it's not even. It's non-existent. Oh, sense motive, probably. It's sense motive, isn't it?
Sense motive, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that.
Goodness, I got a 5, so 10.
10. So as you have him pinned, he's first question.
I'll say the first question is, what do you, or
And make
Is
me
there any-
intimidated. Intimidate me. Roleplay it. Intimidate me. What's your first question?
I'm trying to figure out what I'm saying. What are your motives behind? What are your motives after getting out of the tent, I guess, is what I'll say. What are your motives after getting out of the tent? But intimidating?
Like intimidate me. Scare. Like, live it up. Live it up. Break the mic.
There is a baby right outside of the store.
That is true. I'll give you that. We have some
Because
guests.
they're here now.
We have some guests. So I'll give you that.
I'll say, what are your intentions with us? I'm not gonna scream because that'll draw his attention more than the fire, or it brings.
Okay. So you said, what's the intention
I'm
with
just-
with you guys?
Stare into his eyes. Yeah, what's his intentions with us?
I mean, you said. Whoops. I just messed up the cameras. That's a bummer. You said you would come back for me. I was waiting for you.
I'm gonna look back at Rihu.
And I'm gonna say there was a figure inside of another mirror that while it just before it smashed, it said wait. And I believe that was actually Jimmy. But the mirror was falling before I could hear anymore.
But he knows that we said we'd come back, so he knows something.
Maybe ask him something that only Jimmy would know. What was the first thing? How did you tell Jimmy to act?
Jimmy squirms like your hand is tight around his throat. This tent
No,
is.
It's just on his throat.
Oh, well,
I'm not
he's
choking
squirming. So, okay, you have him pinned. The tent is starting to glow
Yeah.
in the sky. You hear some
How
commotion in
did
the
I-
background.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna say you need to make a decision right now because we need to leave.
Yeah, so I'll say, what did I tell you when we first met, before I left? What you should think about?
I don't know if you're testing Jimmy or you're testing me. And his hands are panicking and you said that I need to reflect on being a good person.
Okay, I'll let him up. And then I'll give him a big hug, and I'll say, it's really you. And then I'm gonna just take off towards Cricket with the mirror in my hand. I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm gonna put the mirror side towards me and have the whatever wood or whatever it is towards where the guards would be coming from
Mhm.
to like hide myself better, and I'm gonna just book it.
As you pick it up and put it beside you, Jimmy. I gotta figure out this mirror. Stands right beside you. Like there's a mirror, there's you, and there's Jimmy like right beside you. He is your shadow. Think of it like that. It's like he is right next to you.
Okay.
All right.
I just want to look into his eyes and smile.
And when you give him a hug, he goes, "Of course it's me, and it's you. It's you. So wonderful." And he books it with you. Rihu, what do you do?
I'm running with Raja because I still do not trust this Jimmy. And as we're running, I just want to yell to Raja, Do you remember what happened in the cave when you took the egg? This is feeling very similar to that.
That was simply a creature that hatched in my backpack.
Yeah, but
And I killed it.
as we're running, I just want to go. Are you sensing a trend of taking things that want to kill us?
I always handle them. We'll
So-
see.
As you guys are making your way, do you try to cross the water of unknown depth, or do you cross the bridge where you last saw that guard?
So where Raja's going is, if you look directly down
Yep.
from the
South.
tent,
Yep.
and directly south, and then go to the west,
Oh.
and
I
then
see.
down,
You want
like
to
that
take this
little
back
bit
route
there.
here?
Yep. And then, is there any place that's like 5 feet where the water is, like where it's slightly smaller, or is
more
this a
narrow?
flowing river?
Can we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
It-
gonna say, because the guards would be running towards, I'm assuming, this now fire that has erupted.
Right.
Is there is there like a spot to hide near the bridge so that we can see if there's a guard there?
By the bridge, you hear them coming. They're
Okay.
they're sounding off. You know that before you went in, which was a matter of 15 minutes or so, that they had just passed that area. So it's fair to assume that they're in close proximity to that bridge from before. So are you wanting to follow Raja as he goes around the perimeter, or how would you like to proceed?
Hold on, can you zoom out a little bit again so I can see
Zoom
the lay
out?
land one more time? Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and switch over.
I just wanted to get a better feel for where everything is in
Yep.
relation.
So here's the bridge that you crossed, the guards
Yep.
that are presumably in this area making their way, as well as any other given direction.
Mhm.
And then this is the direction that Raja is taking off towards.
Okay. I will just follow Raja because I feel like splitting apart even further at this point would be dangerous for us.
What? So the two of you head down. Go ahead and roll another athletics check as you're running. See how fast you can get out of this area.
Just
22.
11, so a natural 20.
A dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So the two of you take off. And the flames are just erupting. This tent is nearly fully engulfed. You hear the guards calling out to each other. You hear the dogs barking as you see them as the tent now illuminates a large area. You can see the guards building up. You see a total, within your time of running, you see at least 3 guards and 3 different dogs in the area. You know that there's a few of them throughout the whole circus, so it definitely looks like they're on their way there. As you're running past, you actually see Cricket and Vantalord. as you
Oh my
continue to
goodness,
run
I'm literally
past
so
it.
smart.
And we'll go ahead and come to you, Cricket and Vantalord.
Well, yeah, I think as soon as we see the first flames starting to like lick the curtain,
Mm-hmm.
after probably on the front entrance that Ryuhu lit on fire, I think we'd notice that first, and then it'd be like, all right, that's our cue. And I think at that point, do we notice, I mean, obviously we're paying attention to it, but do any of the like goblins or guards around us take notice, and or like how do they react to that?
Yeah, so absolutely. And you see the guards. You hear sounds of people starting to chatter as the first little bits of flame emerge. So just kind of like more or stepping back a little bit in time. You hear some people chattering, and then there is still the goblin that was cleaning up the area, and you see that he has looked around and he's mumbling to himself, looking at that area. He hasn't done it. He's still in this area. He's just cleaning up, but he's watching as it happens.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna look at Vantalord, and then all right, I think Vantalord, this is our window here. Perhaps you could like distract that goblin guard, and I'll just head into the animal pen area, and I can I'll try and talk to them and see if I can get any of them like on our side or riled up a little bit, and maybe just help make a little bit more commotion than just setting them free. And then I'll open their cages. But maybe you can distract this goblin here for a second, since you did it last time, right? I think he was the one who like intimidated that goblin last time. Not the same goblin. Maybe it's the same goblin. I don't know.
Vandalord will go to the goblin and distract him. Yeah, he'll run over in feigned panic and say, "We really need your help putting out the fire," and try to get him to run over to the fire.
Okay. So you run over to him, and as you do, does Vantalord speak Goblin?
No.
Yeah, because remember last time it was just like them trying to like talk at each other, but they did not actually speak. The goblin was just like gesturing for money.
So Vandalord runs over to the goblin and has this attempt to say, "Hey, we need your help." And when he does,
and then Vandalord is just gonna point at the fire, like, point at the goblin, at him, and then be like, I'm gonna shake him, point at the fire again, and like motion him to go. I have a quick question here. Never mind, I don't have a question.
For future reference, that needs to be turned down about 20% because that blue light is out.
Well, good to know.
The Vandalord is just gonna pick him up and run over to the bridge.
Yeah, I'm back to my normal voice, right? Yeah, and same thing. You start to pick up on that he doesn't seem to care that that place is on fire. Like you take him to the bridge. What bridge?
The bridge over Mother River.
Oh, you walk him all the way over there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's a big window I'm making here.
And so you bring him all the way to the bridge, and he just point over to the guards.
And I'm gonna
He
stick my
seems
finger in his
completely
chest.
disinterested in the fact that it's on fire. He's not hiding that fact. He seems to not care.
I'll give him 5 gold. But not, it's like, don't worry. I'll pay Vantalor back later and like by the end of
Do
the
what you
session.
want to do.
Just spending all of his money.
I'll give him 5 gold and then I'll point at the fire and then the gold. I'll go like,
And you throw the gold?
no, I point the gold
Oh.
and then I point at the fire. Okay,
He
I'll
just
pocket.
doesn't seem to care that the place is being destroyed.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stand there with him
Okay.
and just. ¿Por qué, mi amor?
So, Cricket, as this goes on, and the
Yeah,
goblin this whole
yeah,
time,
yeah.
he's just disinterested. Vandelord can easily pick up that the goblin just doesn't seem to care that the place is being destroyed.
Right. I think as soon as he's like somewhat engaging with the goblin
Yep.
and like clearly he's still distracting him even if the goblin's not listening.
Mhm.
And it's definitely once he like starts to walk away with the goblin, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals
Okay.
so that I can talk to animals. And I'm gonna walk up over to are the goats and the llamas all like together or are they in separate pens or what is it like?
We'll say that they're in. Each animal has its own, right? But they're
But
all
they're
like
kind of
stalls.
close.
They're right next to
yeah,
each
they're
other.
like close next to each other. Okay, right. And I'm just gonna like I'm not yelling, but I'm gonna like talk in a way that hopefully they can hear me.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna talk to all the goats first.
Okay.
In goat.
You're gonna
So
goat
just-
them.
Yeah, I'm gonna goat them. Actually, I think that the way the spell works is I just talk and they can understand me, so I'm not
Yeah.
buying them. I'm just gonna say,
I'm really disappointed that you're not actually going to do that.
I'm sorry.
Welcome,
I mean,
Tante Blue.
to the goats. It sounds like I'm saying. bah, bah, bah. I would say that Cricket probably has like some proficiency in speaking sheep, which is similar to goats. So
So you cast the
Some sort of-
spell.
Yes, I can't speak with animals. We'll walk up to the goat pen. All right, y'all, I'm gonna need you to get some energy. I know you like to be some crazy little creatures, and this is your chance. Be free. Go eat all the things. I know you've always wanted to taste that cloth hat over there. You go get it, all right? And I'm gonna flip the latch on the pen, open it, and go like, "This is your chance!" And like, just like goats are very chaotic, I think a little bit. So I'm just like, yeah, go do all the things you ever wanted to do, eat all the things, climb on all the people, and just open the goat pen.
The ones in the back were already stoked. They jumped on the ones in the front. The ones in the front took off, making the ones on top fall down, and they all just scurry off and going in clusters and just spreading out.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, I'm gonna go to the llama pen. All right, llamas, listen, I know that you really like spitting on people. I want you to find as many people as you can find, and I want you to spit on them. That's the
You get a spit
stakes.
right in your face.
Right, yes, exactly. Just keep doing that. Just like wipe it off. And this is like, all right, here's your chance, llamas. Let's go. I see. And I like I'm gonna just point out some random person that's like a distance away towards like the main tent if I can. And I'm gonna be like, that one right there. He said he wanted you to spit on him exactly. And then I'm gonna let the latch.
You didn't even know it was possible, but you see this grin on the llama. They take off.
All right, next kangaroos. All right, I don't think I need to tell y'all, but just like terrorize the place. If you want to kick people, preferably don't kick children, but otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, just go forth, knock down some structures, maybe some fences. I don't know. Just go forth and have fun. I'm gonna point out also like a different area. I'm trying to like send them off in different directions and go like over there. I heard that they had some people who were talking bad about kangaroos. They said they didn't like any animals that were as powerful as you, so you might want to go check out what's happening over there. But yeah, they were not being nice about kangaroos, and I'm gonna open the latch on the kangaroos.
You see them not bolt out as their powerful tail sits behind them, and they lean back on it. One of them actually leans back, and from her pouch, a little head pops out. And you see this face on her as she looks down, and her 3 claws softly push the kangaroo, the kid, back into the pouch. And the two
After
of
you
them,
make some chaos, go live a life of freedom for you and your little baby.
and the two of them just pounce with, you can feel the strength in their legs as they pounce past you.
All right, and then I saved the monkeys for last because I don't know what they're gonna do. But I'm just gonna go out to them. I'm assuming they've seen what I've done to the other creatures. All right, and now to the monkeys. I think you know what's coming. I think this is probably the day you've lived for. I can tell. Yes, all right, perfect. And you know what? I'm gonna task y'all specifically. There's a big main tent. You're smart. I know this. All right, there's a big, huge tent, and there's wires that you can climb on, and you can spin yourself on them. Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants to see you perform. There's also a whole lot of gold. You can just like pick their pockets and get a bunch of trinkets and stuff. Yeah, you head right to that main tent, and I'm gonna point at the main tent, and then right, yes, yeah, exactly, right there, and then I'm gonna open the door out of the monkey cage and sit back very quickly.
You see a couple of them look at each other, and they bump their fists and they give each other a nod. They bolt out, and there's a dozen of them, right? So they start piling out.
There's only 2 monkeys. I wish there was a dozen monkeys.
There's a dozen.
I mean, there's a dozen goats. Can be a dozen.
There's a dozen
monkeys.
goats. There's a dozen monkeys also. There definitely needs to be 12 monkeys in this case.
Yes, 12 monkeys jumping on the bed.
Yeah. So the monkeys head out just in a swarm, a frenzy of a swarm. As they go, you see them get to the tent fairly quickly as they start to climb up it. The different ropes that are holding it, and they climb up it. Left is the griffin. Do you do anything with the griffin?
Yeah, I saved him for last on purpose. I'm gonna go over there. Does he recognize me when I approach?
He doesn't react.
Buddy, what happened? We set you free so that you could go live your life, and you seem so inspired to go live a life of freedom. I see you got some injuries here. What happened?
And you see those injuries are healed. That was actually from before, and yes, I'm the same one. I flew off, but I didn't know where to go anymore.
Oh, well, so you just came back willingly?
I had nowhere to go.
Well, perhaps, maybe just try and explore around a little bit, and, maybe you'll run into some other griffins. This is to you, DM. Have I ever even seen a griffin? Like, is this like a common? Do I have any idea where other griffins would live?
I mean, stories are out there, but not really.
Well, there are others out like you out there. So even though you don't know, maybe you can find some others, or just find some other people who will take better care of you. These people don't care about you at all.
That's true.
And also, we're burning this place to the ground, so you definitely want to get out.
I don't know if I should be happy that this place is being destroyed. I'm mad that you're taking away my home, but there's probably something better out here than this place.
Trust me, as somebody who lived in a place for a really long time, even though it was
Did you
really
hate your home
sad.
too?
You know, some days, yeah, I did. I really did, and it was painful and hard, and you know, sometimes we just get stuck in the habit of staying in the same place, even when it's hard, because it's easy and it's what we know. But recently, I've learned that you have to just take a leap of faith sometimes and just trust that you'll find a new place to land.
Well, perhaps. And you see him stand up, and this cage is too small for him. Not like drastically too small, but he's just got some size to him, and it's made for goats and llamas. He stands up, and his wings are held in, and he walks out, stretching, legs down, front legs down, stretching his back. He stands up, his wings spread out. I know the rest of these animals are not quite as intelligent, but
That's true.
it's like you all have it under control. Tell you what, maybe I'll swing back around and see you sometime.
Yeah, before you leave, actually, real quick,
Yeah.
have you ever had a rider on you before? Like, is that something that can happen?
I gotta fight all the jokes for the fact that one of our players' name is Ryder.
Yeah.
It can happen. Like any strong animal, horses and other stuff, it is a possible thing.
Well, I wonder, maybe not right now, but if you're serious about maybe coming back to visit, I'd love to see you again. And I know my friend Vantalord, he ran off with that goblin a second ago, but he really, really loves griffins, and I think it's one of his dreams to ride one. And also, you know, that way you can keep us updated on what's happening with like your attempt to find a new home. And we'll always be happy to help you if you need any extra help.
Well, it's good to know. I'll think about that. Looks like the tent is... And he flies off.
Bye!
So with those two parts done, let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. At 5 minutes, we'll be back on air. Stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, grab something to drink, and we will hop right into Jubilee.
Guys, Cricket freed all the animals, and her dreams have been lived out.
That was absolutely incredible. I heard there was someone talking smack about kangaroos.
Yeah. You know, those people who hate kangaroos.
Yeah, all of them. So many of them.
All of them.
Again, thank you everyone for hanging out. Amanda and Kurt, awesome to see you guys in here. Who else we got?
Dr. Freud Jr.
Dr. Freud Jr. Such an awesome name. I still remember not being able to read that name. And Geeky
That's right.
Broken Hoodie. And clearly many others.
Your music stopped again, right?
Yeah,
I don't know
I
why it
stopped
keeps
it.
just like pausing. Oh, you stopped it. Okay.
Yeah, that was me.
Got it.
Yeah, and I'm excited for this big tent because things are going to happen. There's
Things are
been,
gonna
over the last
happen.
few weeks, a lot of RP, but it is all building up to this. It is... There's stuff coming.
Stuff is coming.
Stuff is... You know what? You can see this. You know what's coming? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe it'll be 6 months from now. I don't know.
That would be even more dramatic if it was a long time away.
Just make her anxious every session.
I know, right? It's just looming.
Looming.
All right, I'm gonna get a refill on my drink.
Dr. Freud Jr. They were making roe jerky. A jokey. Right. A jokey. Well, I hope you guys are all enjoying it. exciting stuff about to happen in the second half, kind of second, third, right? Because, yeah, about an hour left. Super stoked you guys are all here. I can't say that enough. That's awesome. Looks like they're all gone, or Skylar's just out of vision. But feel free, questions, comments, anything. Enjoy. We got 2.5 minutes left. I got a timer. Hey, Kyreto42. Sorry, really bad with names, handles specifically. It's just me, or does the DM look and sound like James Franco? Well, I am looking up James Franco. Sounds really familiar. I knew that name sounded familiar. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. You know what is probably the fact that I have not shaved. And I got a beanie on. Got about a minute left and we will be returning. And apparently, Katie, I am now James Franco.
I just saw that chat. Put that back down.
That is the best way to make your first time chat. Is to
yeah.
to call
Oh,
me
that's their
James Franco.
first chat
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Oh man, welcome. You are you have graced us with your presence. That's a good way to make an entrance for sure.
Yeah. I knew it sounded familiar, but I was like, who that is? And then I recognized it.
Welcome, Mr. Slothman.
Yeah.
How is everyone? Everyone is causing all the chaos tonight.
Oh yeah.
There is chaos everywhere, and we haven't even really seen what Jubilee has done yet either.
We haven't released Jubilee to the wild.
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
What's about to happen.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
to do for that. I am sweating over that one. But it is all building. It is all building.
The fact that we have just Jimmy running around with the mirror is like, oh, it's so good.
I'm gonna call him EJ, Evil Jimmy.
Yeah, he's for sure evil. Like that was your read. That was the same thing I was feeling as well.
And we are back. So Skylar, if you are in the background, go ahead and pop back forward to the foreground. Yeah, he was back there. Okay. Let's go ahead and come back live with cameras.
Taylor, did you see the comment that Rory is James Franco?
What is James Franco?
yeah. Look at the chat.
I don't know.
I had to look it up,
I
and
can
then I
see
recognized
maybe
who it was.
sounding like James Franco, but I don't think you look like James
You
Franco.
know what? I'm gonna take it. I agree
Yeah.
with the Mad Chatter.
I feel like that's a compliment. Wait, are you saying? Hold on, Rory. Are you saying you didn't know who James Franco was when they said that?
I'm really bad with actor names. So when I looked
Okay.
up his image, I was like, that's who it is.
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
But hey, I
Yeah.
got his voice too, so.
I
good.
really like
Because
it.
Rory's wearing a beanie, like.
Maybe, yes.
Long
I also
hair
really
underneath
like-
his isn't.
Dr. Freud, Jimmy's not evil,
Take off
just
your binky.
misunderstood.
Beanie.
No, it's definitely a very strong compliment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm all
For
for it.
sure.
However,
Understood.
That's a good looking individual right there.
It is. Yeah.
right?
Listen,
Right?
yes, that is a great compliment for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jubilee. None of this other stuff has yet happened. You're in the tent, right? So they're making, that they're eventually coming out, right? But the chaos outside hasn't quite kicked in yet. you're sitting in the tent, and the crowd is filling in, more and more and more people. You know these shows get big. You've just never been in the seats. And some of the performers come out and do their bit. Before that, you see Morin come out as he makes his grand announcement, same announcement you have heard time after time after time, as he flashes himself throughout the audience, lifting his hands, announcing his booming voice, his clothes elegant, with a crisp white shirt with a black vest over top and a crimson red coat with a firm and sharp collar. Hair slicked back. He makes his announcement, gestures to the back where all the performers and animals are, and he drifts
Or where
backwards.
he thinks the animals are. Oh, no, because the animals haven't
Other
been let out
animals.
yet.
he drifts backwards in a show of elegance and mystery as he disappears behind the entrance area of the tent, so the backside, right where you would have walked through to get to the performer side of it. Big top. He drifts back. Some of the other performers come out and they do their bit. Finally, you see name slipping me. Who was it you spoke to?
Oh boy. Something. V.
Say that again.
Hold on. I
So
gotta go to the.
Varen?
Wasn't it?
To the
Wasn't it
list.
Valentine
I
or
gotta go
something
to our
like that?
list.
Valentine.
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 And so you see Valentine and his twin sister come out. And he doesn't even look at you. He just comes out and he starts his act as his sister and him start to climb up the poles and engage in their trapeze. And suddenly, you see very slightly a couple items fall. And slowly, smoke starts to build and build and build. And the crowd starts to have a bit of an awe as they believe it's part of the show, and you hear people guessing at what's coming, and the pure excitement radiating through the crowd, an excitement you've never been part of, and yet here you are, and the smoke is building. How do you proceed?
I'm going to dive out of my seat and kind of crawl my way into the center of where the smoke is. I'm going to try to be as sneaky as possible so nobody sees me leaving. And I'm going to hop into the smoke and hold my hands up and just wait for one of them to grab me while they're on their trapeze.
Okay. Hey, Harrison. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the follow. Yes, the rest of you, all of this is happening at the same time. So as you guys went to the tent to embark on that in the animals, Jubilee was waiting for the show to kick off. So go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Okay.
That's a natural 20 plus 7.
Okay.
27, baby.
So easy
This set of
enough.
dice has also never rolled a natural 20, so this is pretty wild right now.
So easy enough. You sneak in to the smoke, but additionally, and you know these two are witty, and they catch on. You didn't just stay where that smoke is. Well, you did, but you didn't just stay on the ground. You found a way to hop up and grab that net and stand on that safety net, putting your hands up, waiting, wondering if they even saw you. If he played you? The smoke seems to start to thin out, when suddenly you feel a hard clasp on your hand, both hands at the same time, as you feel yourself flung through the air, flipping, and your ankles are grabbed, and you swing from side back to the other side and flipped again. Flip, and your hands are grabbed and brought back as you're landed onto the landing platform, and the two siblings continue flip, and go and stand together on the other side. As the whole crowd goes up in cheers, applauding, yeah! With now 3 individuals when there was only 2.
Surprise! So I'm like at the very top now, right?
Yep.
Do I see Morin?
You do. You see him standing at the entrance where the performers were normally, where they enter and exit. You see Morin standing over there.
Is he looking?
Oh yeah, he's looking.
I'm just gonna give him a real quick.
Do that again. You see a face, just a irritable face, look at you as he walks out. Whoa, look at this. And his voice booming as before. Looks like we have an old player back. Nice to see you again, Jubilee. Let this show begin, Jubilee. Wouldn't it be great, Jubilee?
I'm not even gonna let him finish.
If you
am
came
going
home.
to. No. I'm gonna jump off of the top that I'm standing on, and I want to try to land on his shoulders.
Oh, so he's still so.
Oh, so he's like far.
Let me grab one of these.
Okay.
So he came out from here, and he stopped over here. So you're a good 40 feet away from him, as you're actually up on the.
Okay. I would like to take whatever the fastest route would be to get to him to try to jump onto his shoulders.
Okay. So you got some both height in the net below you,
Mhm.
and then the distance to him. So he does still boom out. You've never known him to be a person to be quieted, and he does
Yeah.
still boom out in this cadence of Jubilee, Jubilee, Jubilee.
Oh,
It's time to
God.
come home. As you're hearing it, you go ahead
Oh.
and you leap forward, and you just land down, like you're sitting down, caught in this net, bounce up, and land back. Go ahead and roll a will save.
Oh boy. Okay.
DC
Oh no, it's gonna be bad. Let's see.
15.
DC 15. Okay. Will save is here. What's my will? Oh, okay. Oh no, the music changed. It's a dirty 20.
Area 20. You land back on your feet, arms out. You see anger flash across his face, and back he gets his composure back. Now, don't be like that, Jubilee. We have a show to put on.
Yes, we absolutely do.
And I'm gonna run for it and try to dive off of the net.
Okay, go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Let's make that an acrobatics of 14 to land it. And you'll still have some
Okay.
distance to cover.
23.
Oh my goodness. Those numbers will never be low for you again.
I have a +8.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're from the. It's not necessarily a hard task for you. So the dice tell the story. The dice tell the story. And you run out. You land it. You land it, and he sees you, and he knows your abilities. He's given you your abilities. And he puts his hand up. Now, Jubilee, and his voice still echoing. The crowd's still cheering, believing it's still part of the show. You see the twins. As you're doing this, you don't see. The crowd sees the twins on the platform. Suddenly, they kick off, swinging again. The crowd sees them hit the net. You hear the crowd gasp, like something bad was gonna happen. They hit the net. And they tumble off, standing on the same side as you, but still by the net while you're charging Morin. As you're charging him, he reaches his hand out towards you. Booming voice, "Don't come any closer, Jubilee."
I'm going to flip up onto my hands and put my daggers between my feet.
And just start flinging them at him from where I am, but on my hands.
Wait, go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh
And-
no!
The group of you are
Oh, initiative. is
Cricket.
not
If
great.
you and
That's an
Vantalord
8.
are heading from the animals to the tent, you guys will make it next round. Raja and Rihu, being you took that outside perimeter, if the goal is to then make it to the tent when you see that everyone's distracted, which I believe was the plan, then you'll make it in 2 rounds. So next round, Cricket, you'll arrive at the entrance of the tent, so you'll have that distance to cover. 2 rounds from now, the other 2 of you will hit the entrance of the tent. And Jubilee, you don't know any of that. What's up?
Okay.
Before we start running, Jimmy, get in the mirror, and I'll just like pretty
Yeah,
much
you
just
can-
drop it on him, and I'm putting the mirror face down on the ground.
Okay, where are you wanting to put it? Just real quick, where do you want that at?
Still on the outside perimeter, so this is
Okay.
something I would have done
Yep.
a while ago because I don't want him in the conflict because with Rihu's suspicion.
Yep. For sure. Yeah, and that's easy enough. And Jimmy just goes right back in the mirror, no problem. Did you roll initiative, Jubilee?
I did. It was an 8.
It's an initiative on a D6. So I might not have said this, but let's do the D6 initiative, which it's either you guys or me first,
Okay.
and then storytelling from there. So if the rest of the group was here, you guys decide when the rest of you want to go, whether you do
Wait,
something
so a D6
together.
initiative means what?
Same thing, highest number goes, just with the D6.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I still rolled trash. It's a 2.
That's cool because I rolled a 5. Might be my only good roll of the night, so I am going to take it.
Is there any multiplier or additives on the D6 one?
Nope,
Or is it flat D6?
flat D6.
Yeah, I hope the chat has some caskets ready because I feel like someone's dying.
That's probably me.
So, the 4 of you, just to let you know, you see the guards and the dogs. You hear the dogs barking. They're all, it pulled off perfectly what you guys did. They're all heading that way. Whether they stay there, you don't know, but they're all clearly heading that way.
The flaming tent.
Yeah, the flaming tent. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, the House of Mirrors. He, with his hand reached out,
Oh no.
he again calls. As he's saying, "Don't come any further." You see him. His other hand slightly by his side, gesturing, and then stop in a gripped position as he casts a spell.
Oh no.
You need to make. You need to make a will save.
I gotta pick good dice for this. Something's gonna fail me right now. Okay, wait. I'm gonna let all of you decide what. Okay. Which one? We got a green one. We got a purple and green one, or we got a rainbow one. I need y'all.
I vote rainbow.
I was kind of feeling that too.
Remember,
Rainbow.
if you do have any
It's
plus
my
ones,
style.
you can use them if you have any plus ones.
Okay. Will save. 22. Woo!
Oh my goodness. Okay. You feel your body tighten. Every muscle, as you're standing on your hands, just firms, just contracts. You, for a moment, believe the dagger that's between your feet, while you're on your hands, is about to slip out. When suddenly your muscles relax and you gain control back. It's your turn.
Okay. We're flinging sneaky daggers, baby.
And you get one attack, correct? Or you get two attacks?
I believe.
I believe it's just
with-
one.
Yeah, with these it's just one.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your hit. Roll to hit.
I. My -8. Wow, that's a -6.
Weapons of choice. So when you feel your muscles relax again from his spell not taking hold, you go to throw it, but as you thrust your feet forward, the dagger actually falls and lands right beside you, clunk clunk against the ground.
Unsurprising.
I told you, do not come. Let's just move on with the story, Jubilee. Just move on with this story.
I'm going to tell them all what you did.
You assume they don't already know and haven't already signed. And he'll cast another spell. Actually, roll for initiative. And it's at the beginning of this round now that Cricket and Vantalord, you are at the entrance of the tent right now.
So we roll 2.
So now Jubilee failed the last one. What's your question, Jubilee?
No, I got a 1 for my initiative.
Oh, well, maybe not so bad. So since you failed the last one, and there's other people, we'll move the roll to someone else. So Cricket, go ahead and roll for initiative. If you fail it, it'll move to Skylar on the next round. If you don't, it'll stay with you.
A 5.
Well, apparently I got Jubilee's 1. So, starting kind of the closest to combat, because it's all simultaneous anyways. Jubilee, you are... Let's get this... Let's get managing this here for the viewers and for everyone. Back at the entrance here, we have Cricket and Vantalord.
How big is this tent?
Yeah, well, you're about to find out.
It's massive.
And it's gonna be cut in half. It's actually twice as big as it should be, just so you know. So instead of 10-foot tiles, there should be 5. So you are from him 70 feet away.
Okay. But Jubilee is first, right?
Yeah, Jubilee's pretty much right next to him. Jubilee, you're about 10 feet away from him. You drop your dagger, but you recover yourself fairly quickly. What do you do?
I am going to flip back onto my feet and just run for him. And I'm going to. Ooh. I'm going to cast ventriloquism on him.
Just to make sure, have you read that?
Uh-huh.
So it's just,
Oh wait, is it only my own voice?
yeah.
So
you can try to fool him thinking there's a voice behind him, for example, but you're just casting your voice,
yeah,
right?
no.
If I'm remember it correctly.
I think that's right.
Okay.
Let's see.
And while she works through that, Cricket and Vantalord, you're on deck. So
Let's
Never
try
mind.
sleep.
sleep. Okay. What needs to happen for sleep?
He's going to make a will save.
Okay. We will save. A will save. Okay. So what does it look like?
So Jubilee runs her way up to him, and like as she runs, she's got her traction, so she's sprinting, and as she goes to stop, she like ski stops. She turns her whole body and like kicks up some dirt in his face, and just really quick holds a hand out like she's gonna choke him. But then hopefully he gets really tired and takes a nap.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That gives him a 12.
It's a 13. Night,
Okay.
night, baby.
So go ahead and read sleep.
It says puts 4 HD of creatures into magical slumber.
For how long?
1 minute.
Doesn't it have to reach their maximum hit points?
Yeah, so I think you roll the hit dice normally, and then it's however many hit points that is. It has to like.
Yeah.
So she has to roll
How do I know
48,
how many hit dice I'm rolling? 4d8?
right?
Yeah. And then it has to get to his max HP.
Right. Assuming it's the same as 5th edition.
Right.
It is right now if it's not. Find those dice. Roll
28.
Those dice. 28. You slide. The dirt, from dirt to dust, flies up in the air. In a choking cloud that looms around his face, your hand piercing the dirt, stopping before his face. As you cast sleep, the dust shapes around his face. He looks at you. He blinks. It's not that easy, sweetie. But good attempts at that. Cricket and
Yeah.
Vantalord, what do? You are 70 feet
I'm
away from him.
sweating.
The Antilord is going to cast Smite Evil on Morin.
Okay.
And then dash.
Okay.
Is that still an action? Or it doubles?
So Smite Evil, is that a swift action?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine.
What does that
And
mean?
You can cast it and still take your action.
Yeah, okay.
So your movement is 20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can go
You
ahead
just
and
said we're
move
70 away.
You can move 40 feet then. 20. You're gonna take your movement plus dash for your action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can move 40.
Or else I'm not gonna get there in forever.
Right. So because of the doubling, that's gonna be 80. So I'll put you right back here.
Because of what?
These tiles are too big. So you're moving 40 feet, but measurement-wise, it's 80 on here. Okay, that is Vandalord. Cricket, what are you doing? And remember, because it moves into this, besides Jubilee's particular proximity, it becomes you guys saying whoever goes first and what you guys do. So, Cricket, what is it that you want to do?
As I run in and see that Jubilee is already like the showdown is happening, and we got here like just in time, hopefully, because she still seems like she's alive and fairly uninjured, I would think, right? Like she looks healthy, other than she's having a yelling competition with Morin Duke. But otherwise, I'm gonna run in, and I guess the first thing I'll do is like concentrate on the like tent in front of me, and just for a moment I'm gonna like utter some words under my breath and take the staff that I carry and like swirl it around, and I'm gonna cast summon nature's ally. And I'm
so scared of that just now. Go ahead.
And what did you think I was gonna do? I don't have anything like that crazy.
I was scared that's what it was gonna be. Go ahead.
Oh, because then you have to put them on there. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna summon. Especially because I see this place is like really huge and big open space, I'm gonna cast summon nature's ally, and I'm gonna summon sturges, which are like they're basically like a vampire bat, if you know what a vampire bat looks like. That's why I thought that it might be a surge when you guys were talking about that other creature, because they can like latch on and then suck your blood, basically. So, but they're like flying bats
Okay.
that suck your blood, giant mosquito bats, if you will.
You can. And they're a natural bat, and so you can summon them.
Yeah, they're in the table of like
Okay.
options for me
Okay.
to summon. Yeah.
How many can you summon?
Strahd with wings, yeah. 1d3, which I think I could figure that out by rolling a d6 and then just like, okay, yeah.
Yep, that works. And then divide it in half.
Yeah. Yep. So it's just only one.
Okay.
That's okay.
There you go. You now have it.
All right, and I can summon that up to 30 feet away from me.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna run all my full movement first.
And you can move 30 feet?
I can move 30 feet, yeah.
Okay. So for you...
And then, so
that's-
I'm moving 30 feet in,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna summon it 30 feet away from me.
30.
And I believe it should be close enough. It can fly up to 40 feet. I think it can get to Morin.
So you end up here. You cast it
Right. I cast it 30 feet away from me.
right in
So
here.
Right. And then it can fly up to 40 feet.
Still during this same turn?
Right. Yeah. So right as soon as I summon it, it can attack.
Okay. This is... Yeah, it's only 20 feet away from him. And so there's now
Alright.
this bat swarming,
Right.
or not swarming, but flying around.
Right. And I'm gonna have him, or yeah, it's gonna attack Morin, or attempt to at least.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
That is a 14.
A 14 to hit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Morin dealing with Jubilee, this dust flying around. Suddenly, this bat is right behind him. He swings around to deal with this bat. His hand is about to hit the bat when it flops. It swooshes backwards and lunges back forward. Roll the hit.
Yes. Okay, so when it hits, it just attaches to him, and it's essentially grappling him. It says, that, okay, 1 point of Constitution damage. It inflicts 1 point. A Sturge drains its blood at the end of the turn if it's attached to a foe. It inflicts 1 point of Constitution damage.
I'm fairly sure it lowers your constitution because you're losing blood. As
I don't know how that affects your hit points. I can look it up.
That's not so much my dilemma as much as I just really, really hate this bat. This is
I'm sorry.
a Sturge is the creature you're using.
Right, that's correct.
And that's on
You
your
can try
table.
and break. Yeah. It's actually a low level one. Like it's a first level summon ally, and I'm using summon ally too.
Oh, our poor DM.
I'm sorry, Roy.
Is this from the Legacy website?
No, this is just straight up in the app.
That's
Right
same
here.
difference. Same difference. Okay. Bat latches on. Barely.
He
Manages
can try and break free.
during his turn.
Right.
Yeah. So the bat barely manages to latch on to Morin. Getting a good grip. Jubilee, you see this up close as the bat bites down onto his neck, causing this visceral reaction. That's everyone's turn. So roll for initiative.
It looks like,
Right?
Roy, just a quick look. It looks like also for draining Constitution that you lose a number of maximum hit points.
Yeah. Constitution and hit points are tied together.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
If it drops down to the next threshold of those twos,
Yeah. It says if
Yeah.
you lose a number of hit points equal to your 1 times the drained value, and maximum hit points are reduced by the same amount. So I think maybe his maximum hit points are just reduced by 1.
yeah, depends on his con. So yeah, that's a mind-blowing attack. Mind-blowing.
I mean, to
attack.
be fair, it is a second level spell. And
Hey,
so
that's awesome use of that spell. Cricket, you won the last initiative. Kyrido 42, thank you for the follow. So Cricket, go ahead and roll for the initiative again. And
wait,
again,
more and Duke didn't get to go though, because we went first,
Oh, sweet heavens.
right?
Yeah, because he just tried to do the first spell.
Sorry, I
No,
mean,
no,
I'm being
no, no.
honest. Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he just tried that first spell and it failed, and then you guys won and you guys went. Yeah.
Right.
Sweet.
Yeah, he hasn't acted
heavens.
since we entered.
He's going to call out a couple different. He's going to call out 2 names, and as he does, quickly from the tent entrances, 2 people appear. Jubilee, you instantly recognize them. You recognize the names as well, but you recognize these 2 performers, and the memory snaps in from your previous conversation. These must be the ones that are devoted to Morin. As he then reaches back to grab this bat in all attempts to get it off of him, What do I need to do? This is not feeling good.
You have to roll a 12.
Okay, so strength, or what is it? Is it a saving
It
throw?
says dex.
Dex check? Dex save?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Sweet. No,
What do you
wait,
mean,
wrong
sweet?
spot. Wait. I gotta look at his. Okay, that's still not so bad. Okay. I forgot to describe a detail. Jubilee, when you see these two performers come out, each of them have another individual with them. You instantly recognize them as well, as each of these two performers have in their arms one,
No. You're not gonna do what you. No, you're not. No, you're
Your
not.
mom.
No, I knew you were gonna do this to me, Robbie. Come on.
the other, your father. Morin Duke reaches up to grab this bat, and as he goes to pull it, his arm falls limp. And he's, "Get me out of here now." And he looks up at you, Jubilee. You can say goodbye now. And that is his turn. Cricket. No
Yeah,
pressure, but roll
Oh
initiative.
god!
If you win, you guys go first.
And it's time for reinforcements.
I got a 5.
I got a 2. So,
These are my new dice I just got from Gen Con. They're lucky.
at the entrance of the
I
tent. Now,
have a quick question.
what's your question?
So like, it's 6:55, but could we go a little bit over today if nobody has anywhere to go?
Skylar's like, I gotta know what happened.
That's I have the time. Skylar has the time. It's up to you guys.
Let's go.
Let's finish it.
Okay. And yeah. At the just so you, again, you guys, it's storytelling at this point. You guys won initiative. So without pulling the time, making it take too long, you guys decide who goes, or maybe a very quick conversation to do something. Pure storytelling from here on out, as far as your initiative goes.
Just quick question. We're coming back on this run, right?
Yep, so that's what I was gonna say. So at the front of the entrance, Raja and Rihu just entered the tent. The crowd at this point doesn't any longer believe that it's a show. You guys entering the tent, you start to hear screams. Seeing this clear act of violence from these performers. Some are still in disbelief, and they're like, yeah. And some are screaming and terrified. Now that's what Raja and Rihu walk into. Cricket,
The fight ring going on.
Cricket and Vantalord, you are decreasing your distance to Morin. Jubilee, you stand face to face with Morin, with the bat still biting into his neck. And from each entrance, you see a performer and a performer. And each one of them, one with your mother,
Oh
and
my
one
god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
with your father.
Are they like threatening them or something, or like how are they?
Can you
Like
tell?
what-
Let's see.
Like a knife or something to the throat?
Yeah, like what's
Yeah.
like? Is it obvious that they're basically saying like we're gonna kill these people?
Yeah, so you can, from your vantage point, Cricket, you can clearly see them. And at minimum, from what you can see, there's at least a dagger to their throat. At least they're held. It looks like they're not, or they can't fight back. Jubilee, you can see from your vantage point. Oh no, Cricket, you would see it. Vantalord would see it. Jubilee, the three of you would clearly see. They've been bound. Their hands are tied. They have, from behind them, they're being held with a knife to them, to their neck.
Okay. I would like to. oh God. Can I look at Morin?
You are, yep.
And I'm going to say to him, Morin, this is just silly. How many magicians does it take to do magic?
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for some kind of response.
Such silly parlor tricks, Jubilee.
Just one will do the trick.
And I'm gonna cast Hideous Laughter on him.
Okay. What's the save?
It's a will save.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, will say that means me. Yeah. Uh-huh. $16.
Oh, that passes. Okay.
Yes.
God, Jubilee, come on now.
You're
Is
right,
that just
Jubilee.
one? Is that just one target?
Yeah.
You're right, Jubilee.
Trust me, I thought about it.
And his name is Morin Duke. Do you move at all?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
What about the rest of you? Vantalord, Raja, Cricket, Rihu, what do the rest of you do?
How far are we away?
You are 70 feet away. You and Raja. Rihu and Raja are 70 feet away.
I'm gonna sprint.
Are you taking your action and dash? Or your movement and
Correct.
action? Okay.
Correct.
And you have 30 feet or 40 feet of movement?
30.
30. So 30, 60 would be. Ooh, I actually think that puts you. Yeah, okay. That sticks you right behind. Now, are you trying to go like beelining towards him?
Oh yeah, I'm going head on.
Okay. So that sticks you right behind Jubilee. Raja, you sounded like you had something?
I was, but then I realized that my movement could get me there. I'm gonna ask it anyway. When I do my flaming hands, is there
Yep.
like a kickback?
No. I mean, you can
No, there's no
narratively put
resistance
one,
at all.
but there's no. It's effortless
Oh.
for you.
Because I was gonna be like, jump up in the air and do like a front flip and then.
No, no.
I'll just run.
Like a jetpack.
Yeah, that's pretty,
Yeah.
pretty awesome. But and you have 30 feet.
Yeah.
And are you dashing or just running? Just your movement.
No, I'm dashing.
Okay, so that also puts you right next to. Now, where are you wanting to go? As far as when you get here, are you wanting to be like to the left of Vantalord? You're in this area right here, wherever you want to be.
To the right of Jubilee, so I don't get in Rihu's way.
And
And
then
then-
we. Yep, go ahead.
For Vantalord, how far away is he now?
Vantalord is. You know, you'd have to come around a little bit, so add a little bit, about 70 feet, 70 divided by 35 feet.
Shoot. I'll have Vantalord run around to where he can get a clear shot with. Shoot, I don't know if he has a light crossbow or not. I'm pretty sure he does.
Okay, well, you look into that. Cricket, what are you doing?
I'm doing something crazy. I'm
Yes.
so sorry. I apologize, Roy. Listen, you gave us like a big bat. I'm gonna use all of my spells, right?
Yeah. Do it.
All right. Cricket, especially seeing these two people walk out with Jubilee's parents or somebody that clearly is like in danger. I don't know for sure that they're Jubilee's parents. I'm gonna like concentrate again, and this time, you see, I'm gonna like bend down to the ground and sort of like touch the plants, any like weeds that are like on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast Entangle.
Yeah.
And it's a 40-foot radius,
Okay.
so I think I can cast it up to 440 feet away. So plenty of like I can get there for sure.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm gonna try and cast it so that it gets Morin and the people holding Jubilee's parents. I don't know if that's possible or not.
40-foot radius, so 80 feet.
Radius, so 80 feet total.
Okay. And I'd imagine
You tell me what
you
if
don't
it's
have to.
feasible.
So here, let's just do this.
So large.
Wait a second. Is that right? Let me check something out here because the tiling. I'm sorry, the tiling is off. But this should be. Each tile is 10. We've reduced it to 5.
So technically, you want
It would be an 80.
Well,
it
either
would be
way.
80. Yeah, 80. So go out 80 feet
To get 40 feet.
to get 40 feet. Yeah,
In other
it's
words,
very large.
you have plenty of space.
Yeah.
You can do
I'm
this.
casting it backwards though, like behind, so that it doesn't get all of us
That's
and
what I
like
was
the
wondering.
civilians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, each of these squares are 5 feet, so 80 feet covers a massive amount of space in here.
Yeah, probably all those people back there are like suddenly entangled in weeds and plants around them, and they don't know why.
Yep. So suddenly, just spikes, vines, and plants start to grow out, wrap around their. Well, actually, they get a save, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
It is a strength
Okay.
save.
Okay.
It's a 15 DC.
Okay. Let's take a look here at Mr. Morin. Okay. So first one was Morin, and as they start to grow up around his ankles, one even buds a little flower here and here. As they do, and they touch his legs, he lifts, just kicking them, just like they're encroaching around him, and he kicks them and kicks them, and he's able to keep his feet on top of them. The one on the left with the mother, his feet suddenly are wrapped tight, and he's unable. You see him struggling. Both him and the mother, their feet are entangled in these vines. The next one with the father, 13. What? I don't forget what you said.
15.
So likewise, that performer and the father, the feet are entangled in vines. And that's your turn, right?
And then at the end of my turn, the Sturge is gonna also, well, or during my turn, the Sturge is gonna leech some more blood. So
Okay.
another Constitution. Also, I'm so sorry to make this creature even worse,
No.
but since
Don't
he failed once
Yeah.
to get it off, he now has a 10% chance of being diseased. So you get to try once to save. If you save against it, then
Okay.
he can never be diseased from this Sturge again.
Yep. Okay.
So just 10%. So
What kind of save is it?
it just says a 10% chance. So like out of 1 out of 10, like roll a d10, I
So-
guess.
Probably same save, but if you fail, then roll a 1d10.
No. Since he already failed, basically any creature that is subjected to that blood drain
Yep.
while it's attached has a 10% chance of being diseased.
Okay, well you go ahead and roll a D100,
D100.
and we'll say if it's 90 to 100 that he's diseased.
All right. 90 to 100. Here we go.
Let's go. Disease
Nah.
this.
43. I just a 10% chance, guys. It's probably not happening.
So now he's free of that.
So yeah,
risk.
he can't be diseased from this scourge at all anymore. It's just a one time only.
And Vandalord.
And then, yep, I'm gonna move to where, probably to the side angle,
Okay.
and take a shot with a light crossbow.
And he has 20 feet of movement, which is 40 feet. We could get to like here. Yeah.
And just
we could
remember,
get to
Other
Raj-
this
side
side.
of the post. Other side.
He can't make it that far.
No, other side of the post.
This way.
No, same post. Opposite side of the post, because you were on the far side.
inside
Yeah.
of the post.
Right here.
Yeah, and then can I get a shot with a light crossbow?
And Raja, just remember, he has that teleporting dagger too.
Yeah, it's only got a.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, good. Just-
You can definitely have a shot. It is into a crowd, so there is a risk, but you do have a shot on it.
How much coverage is that?
In a purely coverage aspect, I'd say it's half coverage. Granted, that coverage is not a door; it's bodies, but yes, half coverage.
Okay. I'll take the shot anyway.
Okay.
I mean, if it hits, it hits, I suppose. And since he's the target of my smite evil, I get a +2 to hit and +4 to damage.
There you go.
So it's gonna be a +4. I rolled a 10, so 14.
14.
And I can't make deals with other characters. So
It is a 14. The bolt misses your allies. The bolt misses the bat, but it also just. Wait. 1 second. Slams in to that limp arm.
So I hit.
It hit. It is now protruding
Okay.
from the arm, the same side that the bat is biting. That
Yeah.
bolt has now punctured into that arm.
Okay, now I got a 1d8 +4, so 8 damage.
8 damage, okay. Damage is noted.
Give me just a second. I think that's all that it does, but it
Yeah.
also bypasses any damage resistance.
Yep.
So if he doesn't take damage from non-magical stuff, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And I have a quick question: is he an outsider with an evil subtype? Is
What-
Morn-Duke himself?
What happened?
Because Raja, he's got the native outsider subtype.
If it's just about him being
it-
evil, yes, he's evil.
Yeah, but if he has the evil subtype, then it increases the first successful attack is 2 points of damage per level of a paladin, so that'd be 8 extra damage.
So be it. You see this bolt puncture his shoulder, and he screams so hard his other hand grabs the bolt, and that booming voice just echoes throughout an echoless tent. I mean, this place is cloth. It's not concrete. It's not canyon. And his voice echoes in sheer pain. Vandalord would know from being one to use weapons that it very, very likely penetrated into the socket itself, causing immense damage. Yeah.
And I have a quick question. It also says, in addition, while Smite Evil is in effect, the Paladin gains a deflection bonus equal to her Charisma modifier to her AC against attacks made by the target of the Smite. What is a deflection bonus? Like for long range attacks and stuff?
I don't know. You could look that up. I would imagine it means some kind of like a +2 to your AC kind of thing. It's harder to hit you.
Just
That
in
would,
general.
that would make sense. It's harder for him to make a return attack on you.
Right. So just check that out while you wait. Yeah.
I don't know how to check that out.
Just like hop onto the internet. Open up a webpage.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So that brings us back to initiative and Cricket. That's everyone, right? Or he hasn't gone yet.
He hasn't gone yet.
you
None
won.
of them have gone. We won.
None of them.
I mean, you can keep trying to skip your own turns. That's fine.
Yeah.
Russ.
I do not blame John for missing turns.
Yeah, it's all
what?
attacks.
That
It's all attacks. It's just adds +4.
so he
No, 2. So 21.
he's done with this. He's done with this. He looks over to them. Get them out now. And you see them struggling, their feet entangled in this growth. Each one will make an attempt to escape. First, the left with the mother. An 11.
15.
The second with the father. $15. Feet.
What about the father? Is he stuck?
The feet break free from these. He kicks them around and he pulls the father backwards. However, there's something about moving through this
Yeah, it's
stuff.
difficult terrain. Even once you escape, it's difficult terrain.
Okay. So heavily encumbered in his movement. Likewise, so is everyone on the other side of the curtain. So you see them move slightly backwards. Not horribly far and not very fast. Morin himself, still, his feet aren't entangled. This bat is still on him. Looks at Jubilee. You may think you have won, but you'll never win, Jubilee. You'll always come home to me, right where you belong. And he will, with his other hand, start to wave a circle in the air.
Am I
Over.
able to try to interfere with this at all?
No, because it's all simultaneous, right? So this is his action now. He waves his hand in the circle. And then he waves it around his head and looks at you. Looks at all of you. Stops on Jubilee. You'll never, no matter how much I give you, find them again. And his hand will clasp above his head, and he disappears.
Wait. Okay, wait. But are her parents still here?
Yeah, what about those people?
The one is still stuck, the mother is stuck on the left, and the father is being dragged on the right.
I am running to the one that's dragging him.
Okay?
Would you roll initiative?
Yep, so let's go ahead and roll initiative. You are still in initiative. And you know, Jubilee, I know it's not on the image, but immediately in front of you is all that plant growth.
Okay.
Not trying to tell you what to, just letting you know because it's not the visual on the screen.
I got a 6 for our initiative roll.
Come on.
I got a 3 for mine.
Oh, it's,
If I
so
get over
because she
there.
won the last initiative, she keeps rolling till she loses.
Oh,
And then it
okay.
Don't
passes
worry,
to
I'll
the
just
next
keep
one.
I'll just keep getting it for all of us. Don't worry.
It's working. I got a 2. So, however you guys see fit, it is the party's turn.
Jubilee's the closest, so it makes sense for
I'll just-
her to go first.
Yeah.
Can Raja use his flaming hands to clear the stuff first?
I mean, Cricket has control. It's her spell. So just so you know, you can drop a spell anytime you like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on your turn or whatever. You can just drop the spell and make it go away.
I feel like it's. I'm not going to.
Okay. Raj, you
Just
can
like
make.
they're clearly trying to escape with them, and this slows them down.
Okay. Raja, you can make
'Cause
that.
it's also behind them.
You can make that
Right?
attempt.
Yeah. It's literally for like another 80 feet behind them, or like
Yeah,
70
yeah.
feet behind them.
Oh, okay, that's right.
You can make that attempt if you want to try to use that. Jubilee, you guys decide. However you guys want to do this.
Like I said, with her being immediately right there and the closest, it's for me it makes more sense
Yeah.
for Jubilee to have that first crack.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
You do
what
it,
are you doing,
Jubilee.
I'm closest to the one dragging my dad now.
You are well. Yes, you're a foot, or you're within feet in front of everyone else. You
Yep.
are about 12, 15 feet away.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so as I'm running, I want to hold a hand out. Is he looking at us, or he's looking in the other direction?
He sees you. He's being pulled against his will, so he is in moments looking back
Well,
at you.
So
And just as a
the
reminder for you
one
to move through this stuff.
dragging him.
Oh, he's not looking at you. No, he's
Yeah.
trying to get out.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Cricket,
okay.
will she have to
That's
make
fine.
a saving throw if she enters there? So
Yeah, she will.
Okay, so my spell shoots 15 feet, 25 feet. Oh my god, I'm
Perfect.
so stressed. I'm sweating. So I'm going to then look at my dad and wink, and I'm going to cast Daze on the one dragging him.
okay. You cast Daze.
So that's a will save.
I like he's rolling on the table with us now. Ugh!
Will save for this guy 17.
Oh, nothing I'm doing is working.
16 on the die.
Ugh. Okay, it doesn't do anything then.
Do you want to take any movement?
You can still try and move closer. You'll just have to save against the plants.
You know what? Why not? Yeah, I'm gonna get as close as I can.
Okay, and you have 30 feet of movement, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you immediately enter into that area, make your will save, and your movement
Strength.
is halved.
Strength.
Oh,
Strength
sorry.
save.
Yes, strength save.
DC is
boy.
15.
Oh, that's not good.
You can do it. You can do it.
Oh my god, I did it! I got a 16.
Okay. So you are not entangled, but it is tough, difficult terrain. So you end up moving right behind. You are a hand's. You're within arm's reach of your father. He's right there in front of you. However, you have taken your action, so you are not able to do anything but look at him inches, literally inches away from you. Possibly out of your grasp forever.
No.
What do the rest of you do?
I'm further to the left there.
Yes.
And as seeing her starting to move towards that assailant, I guess you would call it, I'm gonna go left
Okay.
for the one that has her
Mother.
dad. Is that right? Mother. Yes, I'm gonna go left towards her mother.
Okay. And again, because the plants aren't on here, they're directly
Yep.
in front of you. I'm assuming you want to stay out of them as long as possible.
Yes, and getting as close to the mother as possible.
So that would be 20 feet, 18 feet to there,
Okay.
and then another 10
10
feet
then.
in.
Yeah.
So you can move you have 30 feet of movement?
Yep.
Okay, so you can move your 20, and then if you want to move in, you can move 5 feet in, but you got to make that strength save.
I'll do that. Alright. Oh, nat 20.
Okay.
Hey!
You manage to keep them from entangling around you. Now this is difficult terrain, and you are about 5 feet away from her mother.
Go.
Vantalord and Raja and Cricket.
Vantalord is going to move to the edge of the brush
You're
vines
right there.
things
Yeah, you're right in front of it.
on the mother.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's gonna move off to the side because he doesn't want no Vantalord.
Oh.
Sorry. In front of the mother, and he's gonna shoot.
Yeah, you got that distance. To the left or to the right?
Oh, is that the mother right there?
No,
Yeah.
She's
that's,
still there.
well, sure. There's two people there. There's the performer that's holding the mother, so they're both represented by that one.
Yeah, but they're in the same.
Yep.
Okay, then move back because I need to space to shoot. But like move off to the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I'll shoot her with my crossbow.
The performer.
Or him. Yep. Not her.
The mother.
Please don't
Vantalord
shoot
just
my mom.
shoots your mom.
Okay.
Please don't.
Roll to hit.
That's a 5.
5 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Your bullet goes far left.
And then Raja is going to move to the. Okay, let me see. I'm going to move off to the side of Jubilee, but like outside of the vines.
Okay.
How far away is that?
Ten feet. Rough terrain. So
Okay.
20 feet because it's rough terrain. But
So-
it's 10 actual feet.
With the burning hands, it's like this, right? And the cone forms due to the hands crisscrossing, or like the flames crisscrossing from the hands. So if I just went like this, would it make it a smaller cone? No.
No, you don't have the ability to
Can
shape
you
it.
make the cone to just hit the?
It's
the
going to
bad
be
guy?
really, really hard. You could most likely avoid Jubilee. However, imagine me holding you, arm around you, and pulling you, right? So you and I are literally.
That's how it
taking
is. He's not
That's-
dragging
yep.
him.
Yep. He's dragging
Okay.
him, but he's got an arm around his chest and he's pulling him backwards.
Okay, then I'll have Roger run over to the mother area.
Instead of over here.
Yeah,
Okay. So you're able to make it over here.
and it'll be intense heat, but I just want to get the bad guy, and then like, so that the edge is not hitting the mother. I mean,
So,
it'll be really hot.
Same
for her, but
situation. Arm wrapped around and he's
They're
pulling.
both entangled.
They're both entangled, but he still has the arm around and the dagger to the neck then.
Oh, then can I standing jump and just try to smash his head in with my Morning Star?
And so you're wanting to jump
From
into
the
the
other
space
side of
instead of
Ryu.
walking into it?
Yeah, because walking
Right.
into it, you need to do the save, and
Yep. So you can do that. You'll still have to make the save because you're in it. But you don't have
Right.
to deal with the instant terrain issue. So you can. It's a short distance. You can jump it. That's fine. So you'll need to make the strength save to see if your feet are now entangled, and then roll to hit.
Where's the saves?
First page.
Saving throws. Okay, so what is that? Fortitude, reflex, or will?
I think it's not really a saving throw. I think it's just a strength check. So
Strength
it's
check.
just
Let's
add your
go with that.
strength modifier. Yeah.
Okay.
I still got 5e rattle.
That's a natural one.
A natural 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as you land, those vines wrap up halfway up your shins, and your feet are now entangled heavily in these vines. Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
to hit.
That's okay.
It's a, and
Don't-
just so you know, when you're entangled, it's -2 to your attack roll.
There
Okay.
you go. So
Sorry.
-2 to your attack, no smite on this creature, and don't roll.
It's Raja.
Please
Also.
don't roll.
Yeah, right. Dr. Foy just said better that than the attack roll.
15.
15 does hit. You manage to hit just the performer, not the mother.
And then 6 damage.
6 damage. Your Morning Star comes down.
Do I have like advantage of the sneak attack because he's
No. You're
Entangled.
clearly visible that you're coming. And you're not flanking.
okay? Do I have advantage
No, you're not
because he's entangled?
right? No,
No.
that's not
No,
granted.
no,
get-
no.
you get-
Entangled,
Don't you get?
entangled creature just has a negative to their attacks
Yeah.
and penalty to dexterity.
Yep, so that would
Oh, so
affect
they're
them,
not
so they
grappled.
wouldn't have full armor. They would have what you guys see on your sheet as flat-footed. Because of that negative to the the dexterity, it means they can't like dodge your attack as easy. So it becomes easier to hit someone who is entangled. They're flat-footed. So you're able to easily land that hit on that individual. You hear the shoulder and the collarbone collapse and crush under the weight. Even his body.
So does he drop the knife?
No, it stays there. Like it's the other shoulder that was holding around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
you're
not
on
hit
the
that
left
one
side.
because then that would.
So the
damage
arm
the
that's
mother.
holding her becomes more limp. Actually, no, you crushed the shoulder. It falls to the side, but the arm still has the other dagger. His whole body is not. He's not all there anymore. You caused a lot of damage to him.
That's crazy. I'd be more impressed with that than actually hitting the other side. How did I not hit the mother?
You did not hit the mother. You came close.
That's crazy.
That's everyone on your guys' team, right? On the party
I
side.
haven't gone yet.
Okay, Cricket, your turn.
I'm gonna move closer because I think I'm still pretty far away. Bear and I will run forward as far as we can.
Okay. Are you dashing or just movement?
I'm gonna dash, so 60 feet is the total I can move.
Okay, so you get 120 on this map, and so that
Yeah,
will
not.
put you.
I'm gonna go towards the right hand side, towards where Jubilee is, but not enter the growth.
Okay.
Yeah, just so I'm close enough. And is there a way when I saw that Moore and Duke disappear? Do I know like what happened? Like, did it look like he turned invisible, or did he like poof out of existence? Could I tell
mean,
anything?
you're not a mage. You're not a wizard. You do have some innate natural magic. So just right off the bat, you wouldn't be able to.
But like my Sturge is not attached to anything anymore, correct?
Correct. My
Correct,
debate is if
okay.
he vanishes with. But yes, no, you can tell. That's a good point. You can tell your Sturge is not connected to anyone.
Okay, right. Like if he had turned invisible, the Sturge would still be
You
like
can
sucking
deduce
blood
from
out
there.
of him.
Yep, you can
Okay,
deduce
that's
from
what I
there.
meant. Okay. Like I don't know where he went, but he's like clearly not just there, but I can't see him. Okay, that's what I wanted to check. So then I think I'll just send the Sturge over to the one that has Jubilee's dad, and he's gonna try and attack and attach to that person who's holding her dad.
Okay.
18.
18.
Right.
To hit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I rolled a 17. It
Yeah.
only gets a +1, but
It latches. It flies around, latches onto him.
all right, it's
and
gonna
attacks?
start sucking his. Yes, yeah, that's it attaches.
That-
So
okay. Okay.
and then he can try and get it off with a dex check.
This time around, like instantly, or on his turn.
No, on his turn.
On his turn. Okay.
Mhm.
And that is everyone. The crowd has largely rushed out, running over each other in huge panic. There's no one who's questioning this anymore. The crowd is dissipating from this place. The back, you hear lots of screams of different animals and people, but they are having a horrible time moving around. That takes us to me. One on the left with the mother is messed up. His shoulder is heavily damaged. And he goes, and looks over, can't see Jubilee, looks at the three of you, not knowing who you are. His arm is weak just from all the pain he's in. Goes, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have. And we'll wait on that. That will be his action.
He
The
can
other
try
one.
and get out.
Oh yes, he will use his action to try to move. 6. The other one with the father. He looks at with the scourge now on his back, biting his neck. He turns and he looks at you, Jubilee. Why can't you just do what he says? It's not that hard. We gain, he gains. All you have to do is listen. Forget the fact of what you know.
What do you mean? I'm not willing to live my entire life bound to him.
Bound to him? Look at what he's given us, and you do this. You take this.
Because we deserve our freedom.
No, we gave that up willingly and freely. And he lifts the
Most
dagger.
of these people didn't even know. They didn't know that that's what they were giving up. They were tricked into this.
He lifts the dagger in his hand, pommel up, blade down. Goes, all you had to do was listen. But Jubilee can't ever listen. Ever listen. And he brings his arm up and he plummets it down. In this moment, I will let you. I don't know. I want to. I want to let you do something. He plummets the blade down and stabs it into his abdomen. And that's his action.
Wait, the dad's abdomen, right?
Yeah. I shouldn't have said his. Yep.
I mean, he can kill himself too. That's fine.
Fair point. So you see this. So roll for initiative. And we will wrap it up here soon.
Oh no.
I have a
4?
couple things here.
Hey, the Midsummer Waters. 4.
What?
I got a 6.
When you said wrap it up soon, I hope you didn't mean just kill off Jubilee's parents.
I swear.
Wrap up
Go
the
for your
bodies.
dog.
Let's go.
Over with this one. He's looking at the three of you, holding her mother. His shoulder busted up from the Morning Star. All you had to do was listen. But that, you follow her, not even knowing. And he'll make an attempt. He has a negative. He makes an attempt to take his weak. He himself is just weak from this attack, and he'll make an attempt to then, it's a weird, whether it's across the neck or across the, it doesn't work, and the blade slides across her chest, but it doesn't take hold, and his arm just falls off. He's just, imagine someone just exhausted, and the blade doesn't grab her at all. Both still standing. The other one, the bat, still on him. The dagger in your father's abdomen, which did. Oops, it did
0.
that much damage. You hear your father cry out in pain. He looks at you again. You gained everything, and you didn't even have to ask for it. They did it all for you. They're the ones to blame. And he looks at your father, and he pulls the blade back slightly, ripping further into him, causing another very, very loud scream. And it is your guys' turn.
I'll say reactionary. Vantalord is going to dash towards the screaming.
To the other side?
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's like the healer guy.
He never entered. So he'll make it all the way over with his... He's dashing, right? He's using his action.
Will he make it with the 20 feet?
Not with just his... let me check for you.
No, okay, then.
So if this is 40... So 20 would be back here.
Yeah, okay, he'll dash over.
Okay. So he gets, with his action, right next to Cricket.
Hello? Oh, there it is, okay. And then with his, whatever is left, he's going to dash into the
Oh, okay.
brambles,
So make
whatever.
a strength check. And so that was 50 out of...
And then he also gets like a +2 to spells for saving throws.
Okay.
That's the dwarves
This
receive
would-
a +2 racial bonus
I
on
don't think
saving
this
throws
is a
against
spell
poison
saving
spells
throw.
and spell-like abilities.
This is just
Um,
we'll give it to you.
Spell-like
Go ahead.
abilities?
Take it. This is... I just don't want to put a lot of... It's a tense moment, so go ahead and take your... I think you'll probably get it with his strength. anyway.
17.
Yeah.
So on dirty 20.
Yeah, you would have had it anyways. So with the rest of your movement puts you just behind Jubilee on this side. You're about 5 feet away from him.
Okay. And then,
And that's your movement and action.
yep.
But you are not entangled.
And then I'll just go like this because I don't really want to debate it. For me and Rihu, what's your what would you use to see who's faster? Because we're like both right there.
You're both right there. I mean, either, if you're wondering who can go first, either one of you. But Dex is typically that determiner. Your Dex bonus.
Okay.
But whichever
My
one.
dex bonus is +4.
Okay.
I'll just go and I'm coming in full speed with a unarmed strike.
Okay.
Which is a I rolled an 18 with a plus. Wait, sorry. So 22.
22. You hit.
Okay. So with the unarmed, it's 1d6 plus 2. There's my d6. Alright, so I rolled a 4 plus 2, so 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
Yep. And then I also have. Then with that, I have a bleeding attack because any unarmed strike causes an opponent to bleed, and it's a 1d4. So two more points of damage, so 8 total.
Okay. Your fist comes in, socks him across the head. You see his head just turn. The blood comes out. The teeth go flying, and he falls to the ground. He is by far dead. Now that's the mother. We'll call that the mother there.
Yep, the mother. Yep.
I'm deferring to Jubilee. She's closer. She's standing right there as her dad just got stabbed twice in a row.
I would like to. Can I use my whip, but like not for an attack? I want to like try to use my whip to pull the dagger out of his hand.
Probably not, because a whip, you need distance on it to be able to crack it.
Okay. My strength is trash, and none of my cantrips are working. Okay.
We'll give this at most 5 more minutes, and we have to wrap up.
Okay. I'm going to.
I got 2 caught in the moment, and our mods are still online, so gotta respect that.
I'm going
time,
to cast lullaby on him.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to cast Daze instead.
Okay.
So it's a will save.
We'll save it is. I really just want to leave it with a cliffhanger right here. You cast Daze as your hands, as your gestures start to kick in. You make your movements. You see his eyes. Now, what does Daze do?
He loses his next action.
Okay. And he's looking at you. He smiles like. And you just see it kick in.
Oh.
As he has now lost his next act. He is dazed.
Oh.
That is your. Do you want to move or just stay there?
I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay. That's Vantalord, Jubilee, Rihu. There's Raja and Cricket left.
I think Vantalor ran over there. That was his turn.
Yeah,
That was
Vantalord.
Vantalord's turn.
He went first. Yeah.
Cricket
Are you
and
used to this?
I think it's just me.
I meant Cricket and Raja are the ones left.
Mhm.
I'm gonna seeing that Jubilee did that, and also, seeing that he's like being slashed to death. I don't know how much good I'm gonna be, but I'll try and run up to her dad. I'm gonna save against my own spell, or attempt to, and see if I can try and heal him. So I'm gonna just try and run through first and see if I can even get close enough to do anything good.
Okay.
Strength. I failed my own save. So I'm stuck.
Okay.
I'm
So you
stuck in the
enter in
weeds. Yeah. But I don't know what else to do. I guess I'll just yell to Jubilee. Do I have to touch to do this? Yeah, dang it. You got this, Jubilee. We can save him. I believe in. We can't let you lose your parents.
No, definitely not gonna do that.
And otherwise the Sturge is just gonna suck some more constitution from him.
Okay. As he visibly grows even weaker. Is Raja taking a turn this turn?
Yeah, but I have a quick thing. Vantalord has aura of good.
Okay.
So let's say that where is it? If what's his name? Morin just went invisible, then oh, never mind. Wait. It might be silly. Never mind.
Okay. What's,
Raja
what's
is going to lean down and like put his hands on the vines and then cast burning hands in order to try to like burn away the vines off of our feet. Because the mother's tangled too, right?
Mother's tangled, and yeah, the vines are around. But I think, did you and so they're there. Your goal is to try to weaken the vines in this area, right?
Yeah, I'm not staying up here. I'm touching the vines.
Right. So
And
go
I'll
ahead.
do it on my own boots so that
Roll-
it doesn't like splash up and hit the mother.
Go ahead and roll a percentile die. The 10 and the 1, the 10-sided dice. And we'll say that if you roll, because the flames would still hit the ground and push out, but
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fine.
I think it's really creative what you're doing. So we'll say if you roll a 75 or higher, it will inflict some damage to her and to Rihu. So if it's 74 or lower, no damage.
Yeah, I got 96.
Okay.
Oh.
So
That's
then
exactly-
Raja's only attack all game.
roll your damage and
Almost.
just roll your damage, yeah.
I didn't even hit the vines, and he's clearing them.
Yeah.
That's 44.
Your damage is 44?
Yeah.
How much is your damage
Why
for
is it
burning
so
hands?
high? And then no, they have to do a saving throw actually first.
Okay, we'll keep this simple. You're clearly trying to angle it in a way that it doesn't cause pain to others. So instead of just aiming down, you have your hands close to their feet and aim it back towards you. Like you're grabbing the vines, aiming towards
Oh
the
sure,
ground.
I guess that works too.
Aiming towards the ground, but more towards you to cause the majority of the blast towards you.
Yeah, compared to just at my feet where
Or are you just trying to clear your... Well, yeah, because it would still cone out. So you're able to do that and burn these vines and not cause any damage.
okay.
Okay?
I'll just roll the 44 then.
Oh, 4d4.
Yeah.
It definitely sounded like you said 44 damage. I was like, oh no.
3, 6, 10, 11, 4. So I take 2 points of damage.
Okay. Perfect. And the
Because
vines
I'm
from
also going
all
to
of
use
your...
one of my fire in the blood
Right.
and just heal up 2 more.
And the vines from all of your feet, that whole area is now clear of them. It's not rough terrain in that immediate area. And you can leave that
2
area
hit
without-
points per level.
So
So I
that...
take 0 damage,
Perfect.
and I actually heal.
And that brings
So we
us
said
back...
11, so I heal 4.
Brings us back to the father with the gaping wound in his abdomen, yelling out in pain, looking, crying as tears are flowing down his face. He's in pain. The other individual still dazed. This is that round. It's the three of you, Jubilee, Vantalord, and Cricket. You're muted.
Are we rolling initiative?
No, he's dazed. He doesn't get a turn.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
right, that's right. It's only that guy.
Vantalord is going to lay on. Is the knife still in his abdomen?
This guy is dazed and barely holding on to his consciousness.
With
I'll let him
sleep,
attack first.
is sleep max HP like what they're at right now, or max HP total?
What they're at
Total.
right now. Total? That should be what they're at
Okay.
now.
It's the maximum I'm fairly sure.
I'll look it up.
Because it's
For the moment,
it reduces by each HP. Oh no, it would be at the moment. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
I would like to cast sleep. So if he's dazed and he loses, does he take any negatives to like his saves or anything while he's dazed? I don't know.
He cannot. It says that he can't take any action. Can't take any actions.
Okay, but he doesn't have any like no disadvantage on his will save or anything.
It doesn't say that, but is that an action? Probably not. No.
I don't
Well,
think so.
We'll go with it. We'll say you can make a save, but he can't take his action, so
Okay.
he's pretty messed up right now. Are you casting
Okay.
sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. 4.
That is a very big fail. So I have to roll is it 4d8 that I'm still rolling for him?
It's their current
Yeah.
hit points.
Yeah,
You can go ahead
48.
and roll it. I'd be very surprised if he.
You can do it, your boy.
Don't jinx me.
Save your dad.
Thank you, Dr. Freud Jr.
18?
Yeah. You see him not only dazed, but his hand comes limp from that knife as his whole body just rocks and falls into the vines behind him. Your father, also heavily wounded, with his abdomen gushing as he. Jubilee.
I'm gonna run over and just
And
try
you-
to put my hands on it because I can't do anything.
Help him,
you
Vantalord.
rush over to him. You rush over to him and you grab him. Your arm behind his head. You're holding him. This knife still in his side.
It's gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be totally fine.
So
my
Vantalord's
friend's gonna help.
run over there and just like take the knife out real quick.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use channel positivity. I need to look at what that is though. Quick.
Don't you just have lay on hands? Like, can't you just heal some hit points?
That's what channel positivity
Oh,
is.
okay.
It just uses 2, but it's
Yeah. Use
Okay, that's
two
not
lay on
nice.
hands instead of
I
one.
need to see what it actually does. It just takes me to the paladin class. Because it's
So
more than
just
2.
roll your lay on hands and double it. So exactly like you would lay on hands and just double it. So roll your.
I just need the modifier because lay on hands is different when it comes. Oh no, you're right. What's the charisma modifier?
That's his
This man.
charisma modifier. So his level plus his
Plus-
charisma modifier plus 2d8.
His level?
Yep. I'm fairly
Oh, really?
positive. It's his level, his charisma
They
modifier,
said
and
it's
2d8.
charisma based. I'll just do it anyway.
Yeah, for now. We will do that.
So 7, 8 hit points.
8 hit points.
Yeah.
You pull the knife out. You lay on hands. Jubilee, you can feel as Vantalord is calling out to his god, Epsu. You hear him uttering Epsu's name, and you feel this warmth wave pulse through your father. Your father, his eyes flittering in and out. He's rocking. His skin is pale even for you guys. It's pale. His skin clammy as the blood starts to stop flowing. As the skin starts to come back together. As his skin begins to gain a little, you are pale, a little more color. And his eyes slowly open, and he looks at you.
Hi.
You saved me.
Well, really, Vantalord did.
Thank you, Vantalord. And that is where we'll end this session.
We did it, guys. We saved the parents.
Oh my god.
Let's ignore the fact that
I felt-
Duke is gone. We'll just brush
Yeah.
over that.
No big deal.
No big deal.
deal.
Yeah, I was gonna say if the mother did get stabbed, I was gonna be upset slightly, simply because of probably my miscommunication. I was wanting to go to the left of Rihu
Mm.
because I thought there was no chance of me hitting that shoulder that's wrapped around the mother without damaging the mother
Yeah.
because it's on her. So then the
Oh.
force coming down.
Either
so
way
then I was gonna
poses
go
a
for the
risk.
backhand.
Yeah, whether it's
But-
that arm or the arm with the dagger, either way poses a risk. But you had a solid hit. You.
Yeah, she didn't die anyway, so it doesn't matter. She's
But
good.
awesome game tonight, guys. Thank you, Manda and the mods who stuck around. I really appreciate all you viewers who stuck around. I know we went a bit longer than normal. We are off the next session. I will be on my honeymoon during that time, so skip the next one. So 1 month from now, Fall of Red Dawn will be back on. Of course, all the other regular streaming. There are some special one-shots sprinkled in there as well, so stay tuned. Hop into our Discord, find all the juicy bits, check out the Text RP and the other streams, the Friday Night Crusades that still takes place there, the Lore Master Arcanum on Wednesdays, and there is Greyhawk Awakening this Tuesday as well. So check that out, join. Thank you, OG Fuzzy Madness. Oh man, Fuzzy Madness, you are now Mad Chatter, so what better than that? And for all of you, with that note, before we head out, before we raid, I think Jay is still on. If you're not, I'll try to get this right because I usually botch it. That's why I don't do it on Tuesdays.
Right. Sorry, not to interrupt you, but are we not doing stream MVP?
Oh, we are doing Stream MVP. Thank you
Okay,
for that.
okay.
Yep. We are doing Stream MVP. So, Manda or one of the mods, if you could get the Stream MVP up there, we'll start talking through that. Of course, then you'll put it up there. So real quickly, each of you, Rihu, Jubilee, Raja, Cricket, why should you be Stream MVP? Rihu, you're muted.
That's a problem. Yeah. Real quick, I was suspicious of mirrors. I got Raja suspicious of mirrors, and I finally got into the action and killed someone on my first punch. So there you go.
Okay. Jubilee.
You're muted, Jubilee.
One day we'll all get used to using Zoom. I should be stream MVP because I am the chaos as usual, and I did acrobatics, and I got to do trapeze artistry today, and then I faced down Morin Duke, and I let him stand right in my face, and I did not get scared,
All right.
even though none of my spells worked.
Raja.
But none of his worked either.
You gave it the old college try.
Why should Raja be Stream MVP?
Roger should be stream MVP for spraying fire out of his mouth and burning down the tent and saving possibly EJ and not
Evil
actual
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Evil Jimmy.
Are we also doing Vandalore?
No, not Vandalord.
But I don't want to interrupt
What?
Raja.
No, you're good.
You good? Okay.
That's,
Cricket.
Raja did nothing today.
That's not true. Cricket should be stream MVP for releasing all the animals to cause chaos, which we have yet to see how that will impact anything. I expect that some monkeys will randomly, I don't know, be stealing stuff, and who knows, maybe kangaroos will be getting into a fight with some people I randomly said were lying about them. And then also for pulling out her big guns and causing some nature to really mess up Warren Duke and all the other people and stop them from escaping with Jubilee's parents. And yeah.
All right. So the Stream MVP poll is now up. While we wait for the results of that, everyone go ahead and make your vote for that. They do get 500 XP for that, so it does have a significant impact on them. I'll try not to butcher this. I butcher jokes all the time. I can't repeat them. So let's see if I can do this. If you are not following, there's something more to that, but you should follow. And we've seen some of you follow today. So thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for staying with us. If you are not subscribed, you should subscribe because, as I hear all the time, Amazon Prime will get you subscribed for free. So you should bring that to us. And of all things, if you were subscribed, but you are not subscribed anymore, hey, hit that subscribe button. Again, Amazon Prime. And in the end, we have one question for you.
What are you
doing? John gave up on me a long time ago with that one.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah. And the poll is just wrapping up. And as soon as that wraps up, do please stick with us. Let's give our support over to Jay. He is still streaming, so we'll pop in there. Wonderful guy. Go check him out if you haven't already. Who is this?
That was such a fun session. Thanks, Rory.
That was wild.
It was wild.
I feel bad Thantalord missed it.
Yeah, honestly.
I know, of all the sessions.
Like all the chaos and then getting to face down Morin Duke and then Jubilee's parents, like all the drama.
I am sweating. I've been
Yeah,
sweating for the last
I am
like
very
hour.
warm. I've been stressed for like an hour and a half straight.
Oh, I guess Raja distracted all the guards.
Yeah. I mean, that fire, the two of you lighting that fire brought all the guards over there. Who knows where they're at
Yeah.
now, but they brought them all away.
Yeah, don't say that too.
Yeah, we gotta
too
figure
ominously.
out our escape here quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, being that Morin Duke was looking battered, I wonder what would have happened if we were actually all there. Oh,
Oh, we have a tie.
A tie.
Ooh, a tie. Cricket and Jubilee.
I say give it to them both.
Yeah.
So,
I agree. I don't think me and Raj did a whole lot.
what we can do,
I can
Amanda, if you
approve.
can throw it up for a shorter... let's do this. Let's do this. Because it's not up there yet, so it's okay. Each of you roll a d20.
Okay.
Mm.
Ooh,
High number
a
wins.
7.
7.
A 6.
No.
We could just split it. 250 each, right?
I'm down to split it.
Rory told us to
suppose.
roll.
Let it.
I suppose this time I'll let you guys split it.
Girl power,
So,
baby.
250 each. 250 each.
Let me add that before I forget, because I
I
always do.
So yeah,
Great.
again, thank you everyone. We will go ahead and raid into Jay. Thank you. I know it ran late, but there was a lot of excitement, and with us being gone in 2 weeks, I just couldn't leave this for a whole month.
It's 500 for stream MVP.
Yeah.
Yes, we each get 250.
So again, thank you everyone. Have a wonderful night as we raid into Jay.
Bye.